find a body, Tabaxi body, and I wonder if
Yes.
did Clive harvest
Yes.
it?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
God.
Oh god.
That's everybody's got the same reaction. I'm trying to think. Everything that happened last week, I've been able to sum up in about 20 lines, which was really bad. We started the session taking a long rest. Brutus poured out his potions, found out one of them was alchemist fire. The hard way. You then fought 3 Deniciosaurus, a giant boar. You butchered those, got 10 rashers of bacon rations, and 6 rations worth of dino nuggies. In your sleep, you realise that you can't even trust the plants anymore.
Again.
And then there was 40 copper pieces found on one of the vines, plus 2 daggers, and Amber, it looks like, based off of my very dodgy note, it looks like Amber took one of said daggers.
No, I think I took both, and Amber took the coins.
Amber took the coins, somebody else took the bad things.
Yo.
Yeah, I've got two daggers on my sheet at the bottom, so.
I think we took daggers.
On that note, do they look special or are they just normal daggers?
Well, on that note, what I was going to do right now, Tom, you still technically have access to Clive. No, Pepsi does, never mind.
I do.
Vox.
I gave him some of the dino nuggies.
I'm going to hit this long rest button, which will class as a new day as well, so all of your new day stuff will proc. And like that, I realise that I'm missing some books, so you guys run that real quick. And I will get my books. Oh, fuck, my books are heavy.
Why the fuck does Horo have 44 rations?
Great question.
Did I misclick? Oh no, they have 11 left.
Maybe it's £44, let's say? Look, I don't know.
I don't know either.
No, one ration is £2. So that would be £22.
Apparently Clive doesn't have water.
No water in his
Enough
water skin?
Yeah.
Well, that seems like
I
a
already
Gark
made the
problem.
roll.
That's good. That seems like a Gark problem that Gark can solve on Gark's own.
Yeah, I was just saying. And then I need to do Brutus.
Yep. See,
I need to be prompted as Brutus.
Oh, let me prompt Brutus right now. But let me just run it for you a bit. But, babe, yeah, sure. I'll run it for you now, babes. Next step, you have Vateria, you have that. You have 6 shots of that left. There you go, Hunt. Brutus
Thank you.
is sorted.
You want a weather roll?
I'll be FK for just a minute, be right back.
Okay, so now that Vox is gone, thoughts on getting rid of him?
You want a weather roll?
Please.
I was actually going to get to the dagger first for you there, bud. Now in the beautiful daylight, as you see, the dagger has this rather odd handle. The handle seems to be curved, like almost like a crescent moon. The blade of the dagger also seems to curve as well, to make like an almost half circle, if you will. On the very back on the handle, there seems to have been a hole bored for your finger to go through. The blade is very, very sharp on the front, It goes from thick to thin on the point, and the back end seems to be almost... I want to use one word, but... Yeah, fluted is not the word I want to use there. Kinda, I suppose, fluted. It's... Let's say like a pie crust that's been folded over on itself. Like that. It kind of seems to resemble almost like an unfurling wing.
There are no like obvious symbols to might depict by deity or anything like that, or just interesting.
It seems to have a dragon's head carved into the blade. But it's very, very beautifully carved, but it's also extremely thin. It looks like however it was done is either worn away by time, or someone was not able to etch it deep enough.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, by there. But yeah, then 1d47, please. That way we know how we're doing. Wow, you were right on there with a 15. It's a little breezy today. Just a nice light wind that, to be fair, it feels rather good. It's...
At least it's not a tornado.
As it's blowing, it's definitely like getting you in like all those places that are hard to reach, but it's also refreshing.
Can I walk in front so I don't have to deal with everybody's tank?
Tom, you were about to say?
Hey, I took a bath last night.
Does
I
it
think
smell
most
the
of us
sea?
did. Or a lot of
No,
us.
two of you did. Yeah.
I think 3. Wasn't...
To
maybe
yeah,
three.
I just watched.
Zero
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, it was Brutus
Does it-
and Eucrath, then Tom, yeah, sorry.
Does the breeze smell of the sea? Does it have that salt tanginess? We're getting close.
Maybe the sea smells differently here.
It's... That's,
I could tell you that much. Something smells fishy here.
You're not really smelling anything oceanic yet. Checking this thing as well, because it was another thing. Just from my own notes. Don't worry, this isn't anything bad.
Yet.
But yeah, I'd say the best way to describe this breeze is like, you know when you just get your hair cut and you start feeling the wind in places you haven't felt it in a good few months? It's like that. But you obviously haven't had your hairs cut.
Well, do you know about the Midnight Barber?
Why would you quote the Mighty Bush of all things?
I have no idea where it comes from. I just
That's-
know about the Midnight
It's
Barber.
the TV show, The Mighty Bush.
That's illegal.
It's what he trims.
That's why you're feeling it in places you haven't felt before. But yeah,
Never thought I was getting lucky.
turns out it's just Kiana with a small set of scissors. But yeah, as you are packing up, getting everything ready to go, everybody's fairly ecstatic to go on ahead. Don't worry about the source book, I just need it for something very important. Who's taking lead?
Well, Clive always thinks he knows best with the directions.
Yep, and he can lead us to the coast.
I'll give him the help action.
you may go ahead and roll the survival check. Is the phrasing I'm looking for. With advantage.
At advantage because I'm being helped. Yep.
Page 20.
Oh wait, that was disadvantage. Whoops.
There's a
Actually, I rolled with
17.
disadvantage.
Go.
17.
Yeah. You made it.
So
You made a
that's
mistake.
actually
I can see the
16
number.
minus 1.
It's 16 because it's -1.
Yeah.
Because we have the most competent person on the job.
We have the blind leading the dumb.
Where the fuck is it?
What the fuck? Easy.
I'm looking for this particular item. There it is there. Cool. Sweet. I just had to remember what a specific item did.
Which item?
What do you like to know, lesbian?
I was gonna say weather girl.
I've got to find ways to insult as well, you know, we're fun like that. But as Clive makes a head on out, fast or slow?
I could say we should take it slow today. Something just
Yeah, I
tells
think
me
taking
that
it
we should
slow.
take it slow for once.
I agree. Well, wait. Would Clive want to go slow?
Amber would advise to go slow. And Horror would agree because I control both of them.
Oh, voting block, right?
Also, Horror is still paranoid from the ticket booth. Ticketing. So, yeah.
Clive
there's-
is-
Alright, I guess
Clive
we're going
is-
slow by majority.
Clive is also still paranoid there's indefinite madness, that there's some higher power that's chasing you. Specifically him.
Actually, wait, with that, I think Clive would try to suggest going fast. Danger's coming. Gang signs.
That would make sense because there's we should be a
Dangerous.
short distance, so going as fast as possible now makes sense.
Danger is coming, gang signs. You heard it here first.
Yeah, we went slow yesterday because we wanted to try hunting as we moved, but if we've now got the dino nuggies, we don't need to hunt as much.
I think
Is
then, yeah, going fast seems like the good thing to do.
Zero would vote to go fast.
Also,
I will want to go
we should
fast.
be able to reach Port Casquigliar by
Clive will sign, I can smell the sea. No, wait, that's blood.
Under the sea.
Everything is better where it is wetter, under the sea. The lore
It's take
comes
it
in.
from me, you fake fan.
Listen, right, fuck off. trying to read numbers.
You're welcome.
God, why did I roll so high? Fuck off. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it could be worse. Ah. Okay. Now, as you are heading on down, heading on through, you... Was it fast or slow? Sorry, I did forget.
Fast.
Roll a d4.
Is there any way to help with the D4? I guess I'm not right.
No, just luck based.
Sorry.
Sharpen the pencil. As you push, I hope and pray that this is on correct. It is not correct. I did not hit save. Okay. As you push on through, marching on to the southeast, right? Southeast, that's southeast from where you are. Yeah, I had to mentally put a thing on you, but as you head southeast from your current position, is enjoy a beautiful, nice walk, taking it all in, enjoying the small reprieve that you have from what is normally absolutely horrendous weather. Ah, okay. See. Could someone be
No.
super cute and roll a d10?
I want to be cute.
You failed.
Could someone else, not
5 out of 10.
Ruby, roll a d4?
I can do that. Oh, I don't know why that's not supposed to be private.
worry.
Sorry.
Come on. As you start to make your way through the jungle, and the brush starts to get less and less dense. Starts to look a bit more empty. I don't want to use the word bleak, but I suppose it also seems a bit more dead.
Even more?
On par with what you have seen previously. As you are looking around, making your way through. Who here hath the highest perception?
Not me.
Might be Horo or Amber.
It might be Hero, yeah.
Horo has a
Hurrell.
12 with an Amber as
I
well.
have a passive of 12.
Clive
Hora,
and
Amber,
Clive and
and-
Icareth have the lowest. Everybody else is entirely on par with each other.
Ah, I see.
So yeah. For those of you who have a 12 in your passive perception.
So a roll off.
No. Use all smell. A smelly smell. A disgustingly horrid smelly smell. Use look around and you can hear the indistinct buzzing of insects.
Think out of your meat cut out. What did we smell?
You cut out with the smell and then cut back in with the insects.
You smell a smelly smell. That's what I said, a smelly smell. Just something smells horrible.
Smelly.
Just for
Oh?
reference,
Horo.
there's
Yeah. Go for it.
been two plants that have smelled. One was one that attacked us at camp, assassin vines, and then there's another one which I think some of us encountered earlier that it was like a trap type thing. Is it of those, or does it smell differently again?
It smells similar to
Okay.
the plants, but it's less floral, more sickeningly sweet. Like the smell of death.
Hey, Brutus, what's the last time you took a bath? God damn.
Last night.
That's first.
Fuck you.
Well, what's the last time before that, then, huh? You want to talk shit?
I didn't say nothing. You're the one who started talking shit to me.
You're telling me to fuck you, and now you don't want to talk smack?
Well, not when it's just blatant insulting. Jabs are only fun when it's exaggerated.
Right.
And you don't think he was exaggerating?
Look, I'll admit, I haven't been smelling the greatest, but at least I'm trying to keep my hygiene now.
Took you how many days to take your first bath in this jungle?
Oh, like they're any better.
I was within 5 days. I'd taken my first bath already. It's about time, but you know.
When's the last time you had a bath?
I would say, how long has it been, Matthew? 5 days?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
It's been a
5 long rests is the exact phrase I'll use because I'm tracking this by very specific hours.
yeah. It's been about 5 days, and I was planning to take one tonight. So I actually have a schedule. It's not the best, but seeing as we're in the middle of a jungle and traveling every day, I do my hardest to keep it up. You took your first
when I start smelling bad.
Fun survival tip for you. Whilst you may feel and smell rather icky, you want you can smell human and smell tiefling. So the worse you smell, the more you mask with the jungle and become harder for my kind to track down. Even in your grossness, as you would say, there is still a tact.
Benefit.
Exact benefit, yes. I would just, you know, be careful. You don't want to get an infection.
Yeah, I was about to say, good point. However, I think it's health reasons.
Oh, hey, it's the other bundle of 6.
I don't want to get beholder feet.
But as you come to this very particular looking area, I'm just going to grab like a commoner token just for your own benefit more than anything. I'm gonna hit the splat token button. Take away 3 hit points. Add on that many. Give it 1. That's enough blood. I'll just hit the button that says it's dead and hopefully. There we go. Exhaustion level 6. Oh yeah.
That would do it.
That's enough.
It's just because I made it a skull. But yeah, let's use into this particular area. Should load you into a map. You were already on this map at one point, so you know, I just moved you as is. I'll make it just a little brighter so that way it's not too hard to see. You see now, why is it invisible? Goodness knows. You see now you come close to it, what may be potentially the source of the smell. There is a few bodies around that seem to be missing some things. Oh, hello, Nick. Some seem to have like legs ripped. Some of the bodies almost seem to have been wishboned, for lack of better terminology. There are parts missing, and just lying there in the middle of all of this, there is just one body that, for lack of better terminology, has just been crushed.
5, how hungry were you?
Clive will just look at you.
Clive's here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you got here. I didn't hear you join.
Actually, no, Pepsi, go ahead. I'm curious. Go ahead.
I didn't hear you join. My bad. Well, if you want me to go ahead, I was going to say Clive's going to look at you. And I was going to say internally thinks their dinner next if they die.
Oh, I wanted to sign the word yoga, but your thing is much better.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were here. My bad. Continue.
That's all right.
be fair, Ruby
just
said
got
the
me.
other bundle of sticks, and I looked up and went, what are you talking about? Quinn isn't here.
Yeah, that's why the other one.
On you go, Mick. Leave. Because that's spicy food, and it's warm in here, and you're very warm. Go. Run away. Go downstairs where it's cold.
Looking round, is there any sort of like trail or blood or footsteps or gore leading away from this pile
No.
or to this pile?
But the person does seem to be in a bit of a divot, a bit of a crater. It looks like whatever impacted the body. Pardon me. Whatever impacted the body, seemed to then move, almost like a stone skipping off of water, or something that's been, mashed down with like a mortar and pestle.
Are there any like digging holes in the ground?
No.
Okay.
I just see the chat.
And one other question I had, given experience in bone crushing, does it look like these were accidentally broken, such as by a big animal trampling them, such as the giant boar, or like deliberately, like a giant took their arms and just kind of and made a wish?
Bit of column A, bit of column B there. When I see wishboned, however, I mean like something grabbed one leg, something grabbed the other, and they went, Merry Christmas, and pulled.
So deliberately. That
Very.
sounds like deliberately.
Could I pick up
Alright.
a nearby stone or like piece of wood and chuck it at the body to see if it evokes a reaction or movement or anything like that?
Yeah. You pick it up and throw. You watch the kind of like impact. You just hear this like very wet squelch as it. You watch as the stone then bumps off a little more. Make a perception check.
I won't notice anything today.
You watch as the body does seem to be ever so slightly twitching.
I want to get out of here.
The
as you
noise
say,
you
what?
made.
What?
There you go.
You just go. Is it twitching or is that just? You think something's inside it? Bugs or plants?
Hey, considering Brutus is known to is a battle master and can read people, is there a check I could make to see if this thing is dead, or has something wriggling in it?
Well, that's a check that everyone can make.
I
The
also
medicine
want to
check.
throw some meat at it.
Monster tenderloin. Medicine check requires you to be up close to the creature. That's very much dead, I'll say. But as you get up close and as Clive throws a tenderloin at it,
Well, I wanted to throw tenderloin if he wasn't going to walk up to it. Can I retract my statement?
Just hit him on the back of the head with the meat.
Yeah,
Well, it was
actually,
to
I think
kind of
it's funnier.
see if this thing might grab the meat or something. But now that he's right next to it, there's already meat there.
yeah, Brutus is used to
He
taking
needs
meat
to
in
preserve
the back.
his. He needs to preserve his tenderloins.
Brutus, you go up and you look at the body and you get just down enough, very little. You look at it. Oh, that's a very, very dead body. There's clearly something trapped underneath it, but for the most part, that's a very, very dead body. If that were alive, that would be two-dimensional.
Might I ask again, what made this body stand out so much against the other ones?
All the other bodies are ripped and torn. This one is basically flattened.
And twitching.
And twitching.
Yeah, I think there's something under this thing.
Clive will sign best put this person out of their misery because this seems like living
They're
hell.
already dead.
They're twitching.
Yeah, I think they aren't actually twitching. I think there's something wriggling underneath them.
Can you shoot it off?
I mean, I can just flip the body over.
What a bad day to not have mage hand. Gosh darn.
Wait, is it like on or in the tree, or is it like on the ground?
It's on the ground. This
Amber,
is just
go
a
ahead.
very
That's
tree
mage
map.
hand.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
Your
gonna
fucking
put
dinky
some
little
dirt
mage
dust,
hand
though.
can pull.
Brutus is just gonna like push the body to the side to see what's underneath it.
The joke here was that Amber doesn't have mage hand, period.
No.
As you flip the
Mage
body
hand
over,
accurate.
you watch as this swarm of hundreds of 100-legged little critters come sprawling on out. Let's
He-
Son of a bitch!
don't worry.
At least
I
I'm raising in the front lines.
wasn't going to describe it too much because my skin was already, pardon the pun, fucking crawling as I was just thinking about it.
Oh,
He's either rolled a nat 20 or a nat 1, but I've had to refresh, so I don't know.
20.
Nice.
I got a 5 and a 6, and Brutus got a 7, so the tieflings are in line. Oh my god, we all have a 14. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we
I could be
appreciate?
the one that.
Meg!
I was thinking about to go.
Oh, wow. Wow. 20, 9, 8, 8, 8, 7.
Let's go, girls!
Could I make a warlock whose patron was Meg? Whose patron is Meg?
Also
The
rolled
limbs
an
of
8.
Our patrons allowed to be good.
Yes, you can have
Yeah.
a celestial patron.
I
Still are they good?
also rolled an 8, guys.
Nice.
That's insane.
So Amber's never going. Let's go.
Oh, no, don't worry. Amber will go. Say, let's change the combat music to something. I like this pack. This pack really helps fill the ambiance. Speaking of ambience, let's go ahead and start things off with Clive.
so it's been quite some while, but I figured now is as good a time as any. How far would I be able to throw like a potion or like a vial?
Depends what you're trying to throw. Certain ones have their own rules. What are you trying to throw? Oh!
This is from, I don't know if you'll remember this, but this was from the plant way back when.
The other vine thing? The one that had the zombies?
I think so, yeah.
No, it was.
Oh,
From
no, it
the-
was one from a camp, and then the others killed it,
Yeah.
and I came in late, and then I harvested its gallbladder or something like that. I think it was a Tomb of Annihilation monster, but I don't know for certain.
I'm with you.
Is it-
And
It's
Tommy,
like a Venus flytrap type thing.
yeah, I know exactly what we're talking about. The name eludes me, but give me a little second. I'm sure I can find it here. It's not that thing. Not these chwinga or dragon bait or the little monkeys.
Well, they're
Twinkers are in Chol?
Chwingas are everywhere. The tri-flower frond, I believe. Is this ringing a bell?
Yes.
Is this the plant you were looking for?
That shit would go hard in the living room.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Plant.
Did I give you a
There's some different flavors.
Did I give you a color out of curiosity?
For the pheromones?
Yeah, for the colored stuff that you got.
No.
Okay. Roll a d3.
I don't think so, at least.
I was. You just cut me off. I was gonna say roll the d3. I know you too well, Matthew.
Cool. Yeah, you have a red liquid on there. I would say if you want to throw it at the swarm of centipedes, I would say just go ahead and make a ranged attack.
Good.
You don't know.
I want to lure them away. That's true. But he thinks it attracts insects, so he doesn't see any reason to throw it on the insects. Instead, I'd like to throw it like here.
Yep. So you take your little vial and throw it, and you hear the little vial smash on it. Make a perception check.
Do I have to? Alright.
No.
So here's my. You watch as like the little insects. They don't seem too fussed with that.
Shit. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I'll go over here. Was that my action?
No.
No. In that case, I will... Was that my bonus action?
We'll call it free because it was just you. I'll say technically discarding.
We'll put this on myself. And make an attack against the centipedes.
A 13 will hit for 8.
Sure, yeah.
Oh shit, Brutus.
Awful rolls. Damage.
Alright.
Reason I can't.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I haven't used it in ever. So, you know what? I'm gonna hit it with a ray of sickness.
I don't know why I thought you were going to use like the javelin thing, and I was like, use that last combat.
No, not this early. Anyways, a ray of sickness
Yeah?
targeting the
Jesus.
thing.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
That does damage, yeah.
As Brutus just the normal red glow of his dread helm just turns green, and like a beam of sickly energy bursts from the mouth part of his mask helm thing.
Yeah, did it.
And that's my turn.
Okay. The centipedes. Okay, this is really annoyingly weird, but technically speaking, the centipede's got to climb into your space to attack.
It's a swarm.
And it will it'll make little nibblies against yourself there. I know for a fact that a 13 misses. And then it's technically out to leap your space due to the rules of D&D. But
well, it can occupy my space as a swarm.
Yeah. Ziri.
Oh, okay.
So these are not like massive, huge, giant. There's just loads of these.
There's just
Large
loads of them.
Okay. I look up in the trees and see. Just check there's nothing up there before I jump up in the trees.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Lovely.
These trees are fine, buddy.
I want to jump up into one of the trees and sort of like try and end up cutting with my axe, cutting a branch that has a lot of leaves on it. So I think I'm going to need to use that to sort of knock away and brush off all these insects from them. Because I'm not going to want to go there with my axe and kill individually each one. So I'm going to jump up into the trees and like find a branch that has lots of like leaves on it and chop that up and make sort of like a broom type thing.
Yeah.
For what my turn's going to be.
You jump on up into a tree and just like hack off a rather large branch. You can technically jump up to 30 using 10, so how high do you want to go here?
Yeah. I don't know, 20 feet up type thing, just into type thing.
As you jump on up and you hack away at a tree limb, you get this nice big branch, like plenty of little leaves. It's got some severe whacking and brushing power, we shall say. And did it now's your turn?
Oh, that's my turn. Thank you.
It's Hurrell's turn.
Oro is going to take a step back because they're a coward, and he's gonna start blasting.
Yar. 12 for 7 is just enough as he blasts it, and all the little centipedes go flying off of Clive. Then it now's your turn.
Is there any other targets that he can see?
Not that he can see.
Then he's gonna end this turn.
Icareth, you make a perception check if you like there, buddy.
They can do that.
It's a target-rich environment if you class targets as friendlies.
I was just going to suggest earlier, if I cast invisibility on the centipedes, they're no longer there, right?
I mean, technically speaking, they're no longer there, yeah.
But well, it seems a little bit pointless. I guess I could. Well, no, guidance is pointless. I'll cast a minor illusion and put it over here. That makes like a bit of noise.
Yeah. You. What does the noise sound like, out of curiosity?
Like it's in the bushes, and it's the sound of bushes moving.
Okay.
As if there's someone over there.
Yep. You do that. Then it now's your turn.
I'll also quietly tell the party that are close enough to hear that's what I did, because otherwise, they might also get confused. And that's my turn.
Okay. As you stand there, Clive, the phrase "and now you know" comes completely to mind as you all watch. And I just want to point out for reference here, these guys did not roll very high on stealth. So that went hilariously. The rolls are going to look fun tonight. As from a tree, full Randy Orton style, this Gorelion just jumps down. And as this Gorelion comes at you, you can vividly see now what caused the body to be two-dimensional. As you are about to meet a very similar fate. However, right now it is about to take falling damage if someone wants to roll the appropriate amount of d6s for that. 3.
You've doomed us all.
As it comes in, 20 drops to 0, technically drops onto the floor, and gets up. And as it does, Clive, have you been having a good day? See, as it comes down, and it will try to take a little bite on yourself because you look like a snack. A 17 to hit.
Miss.
No, it doesn't, and we both know that.
It does. Shield of Faith.
You have not cast Shield of Faith.
I have cast Shield of Faith.
When did you cast Shield of Faith?
On my turn. I asked about the bonus action and I cast Shield of Faith. But when I press apply,
the
target
effect has not been applied to yourself. That's what's going on there.
I know, it doesn't work for me. Thank you.
There we go. Right. Now really quickly, just because my own little paranoia is kicking in places, I'm going to make sure everybody's experience is set correct again. It is. It is cool. So it comes down, takes a bite, and misses. Is now just going to take its remaining 4 attacks. 17.
Giddy.
Misses.
Miss.
22.
Yeah.
6 damage. Slashing.
Okay.
Then
Ooh.
13, which misses. And then a nat 1. Is
Okay,
that?
thank you.
And you get more shaken up by the vibrations than you do the smack. Amber, you have temporary hit points that you shouldn't have. Allow me to fix that. Clive got temporary hit points from somewhere. I'm not sure where. They should have been off.
Oh, really? Okay.
We just came off a long rest. So yeah, give yourself 1 hit point to put yourself up, and then you already made a con save. Don't worry about the rest of it. I'll just delete that.
Yeah,
What was it? I think a ray of sickness. I think.
Well, see, what's hitting you looks familiar but different.
Oh,
Really?
oh god, it is awful.
So
She
looking at
doesn't
it
want to
better.
get. Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't want to get near that in any way. Do we want to disable it or kill it? I think she's gonna look at him funny. And try to make him laugh.
With Tasha's hideous laughter, and it starts laughing.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna spread out in the direction behind Brutus. There you go.
Okay.
And that's the end of her turn.
5.
Right.
Gorelion creatures in the ground getting that.
Yeah, I don't want any effect early, so I'll hold an action that if it succeeds on the save, I'll make an attack against it while it's prone.
Okay.
And bonus action this on myself.
Alright, you're gonna give me a sec there. What? Bonus action, you can spend one of your hit die, roll it, and get a number of hit die equal to the roll. Or in other words, roll a hit die and heal. Cool. Amber, gonna go ahead and make that perception check for me again real quick.
Perception check? Okay. Oh no.
You are running towards behind Brutus. Into the arms of an angel.
Oh, it's the Celestial.
This one comes down the tree, and as it does, 20 foot will then move over this way. And with that,
Does it take damage?
no, it climbed down this tree.
Oh. Does
I
it
love
take
how this
multiple
campaign is
damage
just
for having to
been-
take the better route?
Better it would have been damage, but also I believe, I just want to check something as well. I believe this bonus action feature will allow it just to move again.
Aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it takes one step.
Do you know what? I'll be really cute and kind. Brutus, even or odd?
Odd.
Oh, buddy. It was a nat 20.
Oh.
Good news if you're Amber. Horrible news if you're Brutus. Brutus. 15?
15 barely
Sorry.
hits.
Cool. Sorry, I had 15 for 7.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Out of curiosity, what's
yeah?
the damage type again?
This is a bite, which is piercing.
Got it. No, nothing I can do against that. Alright,
Cool.
give him a 7.
You're not concentrating on it, so I'll just do you all the damage in the end.
Yep.
a nat 1, so we got a 7 damage, a 15 to hit again, which is another 7 for 14. Miss, and miss. So you take a total of 14 damage as this gorilla takes a little bite and then just starts playing the bongos. They call him
I need to
Donkey.
get some reaction tactics.
Brutus, you're up as this smell of death is just up in your face.
Alright, let me just...
Ooh, spicy chicken tender.
Spicy chicken tender? Crispy, juicy, tender. I just threw my newborn son into a blender.
Dishes.
Alright, let's see.
Why did it say Brutus has bardic inspiration when he doesn't?
Oh, it's because I used it last time, so I don't know why I didn't remove itself. Right then, let's see here. Checking my tactics. Come on.
I know one tactic you could use. Retreat.
Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening. Wait a minute. I wonder. Do they line up enough? Hold on, I need to check the length of the spear lightning.
Isn't just normal lightning?
Is it just... No, it's not the spell.
Even if you extend.
Then it might be
here.
30.
I'm trying to read this thing without accidentally rolling it. There we go. 5 foot wide. And it is a straight line.
During Pride
It says
Month?
between you and the target.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It have a 3120 range. Or is that a 2024 version or the 2014?
It's a 2024 version.
2024.
Anyways, I have the item. I can read it to you.
What is the distance?
That's the thing, it specifically states between you and the creature, which, like, is very vague.
I believe it's a 3120 range.
So the old one used to be that you would throw the javelin as a weapon, so you'd have to be in range, and then between the where you threw it to and yourself, a lightning bolt happened. I don't think the wording says that on this one.
I think this
When you throw this weapon at a target no further than 120 feet of you, you can forego making a ranged attack roll and instead turn the weapon into a bolt of lightning. Oh wait, it just goes to the target.
Yeah, so if you say, hey, I have a target up to 120 feet away, anything in that line needs to dodge.
You know what?
It's a brother, you know who.
Why do you sound like Ainsley Harriott right now?
Oh. 1 second, I need to give myself the charge back because it's a new dome and everything.
I already
And
put that
that
charge
on
on as well.
Yeah. Okay, it's still registering it as having no charges.
I just recast it. I have to be sure.
That's literally what I'm trying to do, and it's preventing me.
Try now.
Okay. Still nothing. It says no uses on the Javelin of Lightning. One required.
Did you reopen the casting window? Because that
There
one
isn't
doesn't
a cast-
update my clicking. Like you need to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So it pops up with like, oh, you don't have charges for this, right?
Yeah.
That little window.
Try now.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So let me just. I'm targeting that other gorilla. Yeah, I'm targeting it. Oh wait, it just goes through him.
Yes, they both need to make the save.
Yes.
Two.
British just raises his javelin, goes to throw it, and then suddenly zap of lightning. And now
So-
it's back.
This one saves.
Hmm?
Now, prone does not do anything, but the incapacitated might. I think incapacitated is specifically strength and dex, but could be wrong. We'll find out in a moment. Can't take action, bonus action, can't concentrate, can't speak. No, it does absolutely nothing. Like that.
What
So
about prone?
we've been over this. So makes a flat ass roll. He fails. Gets to make a wisdom saving throw. Nat 20.
Oh, fuck off.
16 for 11 does hit for 11. He also takes 12 lightning damage. This guy here takes 6 lightning damage. You just.
And then along came Zeus.
It starts to smell like ozone in this area.
Alright,
It's still prone though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just automatically coming off and it shouldn't be.
I just making sure. Clive, have you been hurt at all by this Corellion yet?
Yes.
How bad do you look?
I'd say a kitten scratch across the cheek.
Alright, I can worry about you later. I'm gonna use one of my second winds to... What?
You have multiple now?
My second wind.
Yeah, you said use one of mine, so that implies there's multiple.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have 3 second winds.
What? That's bullshit.
The mid player's harder to
Anyways.
kill.
Anyways, I get 9 hit points back, and that is the end of my turn.
Azuri, standing there in a tree with a branch.
Shake the branch. As I see these sneaky bastards have ambushed us, so I'm going to go into a Rajay and drop the branch.
Rajay.
Did Aziri get a promotion to branch manager?
I'm going to drop the branch and put out my great club, and I'm going to now jump down to Dark. Clive looks fine, so I'm going to use my boots again to jump 30 feet to there.
Does that invoke falling?
It's your call. I mean, I would say I don't really care, but yeah.
I will run calling now, so that way safe not sorry. Pull out this and write it down. I would say because it's height, even though it's jumping, Baldur's Gate 3 rules, you still take fall damage and would still technically be prone, but you will only technically use 10 foot of movement anyway. And you're also...
My argument would be, could I make some kind of acrobatics check to see that I don't fall prone?
You want to make a check to see if you can superhero land that shit and not fall prone? Alright.
I don't mind about taking it down.
Let's see.
DC's to hide you fall.
Let's go with dexterity, right? And let's just use your own DC. That sound funnily fair? So, oh yeah, you're good. You're not prone. I'll knock that
You
number
take damage though.
Yeah, 1d6, 2d6, which will then half. So 3 total damage. It's a 6. Take 3. As you use the swatches, she comes down full like superhero landing in front of the Corellion. Brutus, is that Niagara Falls I hear breaking between your legs?
If it's not Brutus, it's mine.
No, it's not a waterfall. It's
I'm
lightning.
going to move there, and I am going to recklessly attack this brilliant.
19 for 14 will hit. Max damage. Because the series
then
just
push it
so
10 feet.
kill.
Push it 10 feet away from me,
You just come in
and boom. That's it. That's my turn.
and Azuri with the world's biggest baseball.
Yep.
Alright.
Horo. Now she's big monkey.
Monka.
Monkey is gonna... This guy's prone, so it's gonna be harder to hit. Actually, he's a Pact of Blade now. Pact of Blade, what does that do? He makes sword.
Okay.
So he has sword. He can do things with. Matthew, I have not played a Warlock Bucket Blade. What can he do with the sword?
Make melee attacks.
Does
Use
do
it as a.
anything
I think it can also be used as a spell focus.
Yeah.
You also use your charisma instead of your stats, I think.
That's what I was checking. Yeah, charisma modifier instead of dexterity or strength. So there's the packed longsword that we have there, which is tied to the dexterity instead.
Looks edgy, so thinks he's cool.
Let's see. How far away is the flat monkey?
By the way,
Flat monkey.
Ruby, this is what a movable rod looks like.
I know. Wait, I have a dumb idea. Does the utilize action?
It's an
Fuck.
action. But
I had
but
the dumb
Hurrell
idea.
also only has one attack regardless, so
We're level 4.
exactly.
I had a very stupid idea.
I am listening. I'm here for stupid. You know what? I like stupid.
Horo is gonna move up here, take out the immovable rod, and just place it on the fucker's chest and press the button.
Yeah, that'll fucking do it. It's just gonna walk Sean up like this. It's... You let it go, and it's just like lying there, perfectly still. I was only showing you that because you thought last night's item was a immovable rod, but this is also hilariously funny.
Can't the monkey just press the button again?
Monkey not very
It's
smart.
enough.
Monkey not no button.
Gark, let me help you with that one there real quick.
-4. So they have an intelligence of 2. Big stick, put monkey on back.
Also, just look at the fucking strength check it needs to make.
DC 30.
Yeah.
That is a bonus action.
Unless it wheels out.
I assume that's not very likely to happen.
If you were fighting a creature that could hit a 30 like that with ease, I wouldn't put you against 2 of them.
Nice. Oh, and then sorry, fuck, I'm being transphobic during Pride Month. He's gonna put Bad Clive on the back, and he's... Fuck you. He's gonna put Clive... Is that Clive?
Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, America.
Yeah. He's gonna put Clive on the back, and just says, "She got this, bud," and give a better bardic.
You know, Clive,
Yeah.
in case the odds weren't already stacked in your favour enough.
Hey, we just be helping friends out here.
We be helping friends. Don't
Is
it,
that
us?
how you talk about us two now? Friends?
Ahoro,
You two are friends. Yeah, you two are friends.
Icareth.
Ahoro is your friend. Amber isn't.
No,
Do
I
you
know.
think the
but
dexterity
we were
would
more
be of someone who is immovable?
They're still just technically prone, buddy.
Yep. They're not immovable. They can wiggle around. There's a big stick on their chest.
They can't get up.
That is a bit resistant.
They can get up where it counts.
Would that give disadvantage on dexterity saving throw?
We have been over this.
Anyway,
Do you know what? Do you know what's worse? Every time someone brings it up, I need to check in case I'm wrong. See how easy it would be to fucking gaslight me?
We would never gaslight you. You're crazy.
Gaslight
I
doesn't
would.
exist.
No, it's very real. I would just never use it on you. You're not worth the effort.
Wow, thanks. It does nothing against prone. Nothing. Not a thing. Being prone does nothing to dex.
Are you sure about that one?
Fucking positive.
Well, you've been wrong about
sure about
it
that?
I
before.
just checked the book. I just read the book.
Right. But you've
being
been.
prone. I was
you've been-
talking about specifically having like a rod that prevents it from like moving around so much.
Disadvantage on attacks that are made. Disadvantage on attacks that it makes essentially.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
basically it's locked into being prone as long as that rod is there. It can just get up. Which, if
Sure.
we can use that strat more often, actually. Oh, we're gonna start cheating things.
Sure, but either way, I'll attack the other one who's next to Aziri with seagull hunting technique.
That's crazy.
What's your modifiers? Are you repelling blast or just agonizing?
Nope. Just agonizing.
13 for 5 will hit as you just boom. Anything else?
Who looks most wounded?
Out of
Among us.
among yous?
Yes.
Among Us?
Brutus?
Still? Okay. Well,
I'll tell you
then
this: I don't really need the healing.
Yeah, you'd be wasting healing at this moment in time on anybody. That's me being generous and nice and not me being an asshole DM. Like, Brutus could take another 5 Gorelion hits.
And
Sure,
he
I'll
will.
move over here. And I'm going to stay for there, right there for now.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's. I'm not going to take a bonus action, so that's it.
Yeah. Then, this Gorelion is feeling pretty overwhelmed right now. It's sec. I'm asking. Let's say, would you be real nice and make me a cup? Throw a little cute face on there as well because emojis and all that jazz. There we
Oh
go.
boy, I love emotional manipulation.
I deserve a cup of tea. All right. I had to put up with her dog today. Speaking
Meg-
of dog, yeah, no, I'm the backup human. It's better. I'm the backup human. Meg won't come near me unless Laura's either in the toilet or not at home.
That's crazy.
Dog has
Inside
an
the
aversion to the toilet. Let's play this fun game. Gark, even or odd?
Or
It was a 6. So the great news is, all of these attacks are at you. All of these disadvantaged attacks are at you.
okay.
Well, you negated the nat 20, but still a 17, still a natural 17 for 23 to hit. So 5 damage, which is piercing. This game just got a lot easier.
Can I use inspiration on that?
Can you?
Did we already make the guide check today? The survival.
You've already made the survival check.
All right. Could I use my inspiration for this save?
Shall I?
Huh? Love you too.
What?
See ya.
I think so.
Bye.
Have a nice time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, whatever we have. You can reroll or replace only one die. Kill, reroll or replace. Sweet. Had to think of my math there. Sweet. Kill. But inspiration is like this brand new thing. So every time I gave it to people, usually the only people that have ever fucking used inspiration. Pepsi hoarded inspiration for 40 sessions. Remember that? I remember that.
I can't apply it. I don't know why.
Do you not get the little box at the bottom with the little arrow that seems to be like hook pointing?
No.
Ah, okay. I will pop it onto you just now. There you go.
I keep pressing apply active effects, but that doesn't do anything. But I don't see an arrow for this one.
Do you have a little bit underneath that says effects with a lightning bolt?
Nope.
Huh. I'll need to see if I can get that for you then for future. Gonna make its next set of attacks. As you watch as the monkey just flails around. The fact that we keep going monkey has really put me in the mood for tea, because PG tips advert. Monkey, you know you said there's no other tea better than PG. Amber.
Amber is gonna... Let me see, what does brown for deck?
Were you trying to be cheeky there?
Yes. Yes, of course. Oh, can I hack to on both? That's the question. To hack to or not hack to that's the question. These are not humanoids, are they?
Whatever gave it away? Was it the multiple arms or the fact that they're gorillas?
Or
Or the fact they're zombies.
Yes.
Or the fact that they're still more intelligent than you.
That's a low blow. That's low.
Yeah, Vox is used to be being below the belt. Don't worry.
Toll the Dead, wisdom saving throw. Ding dong ditch the motherfucker. He fails with a 11 on the die. He ding dongs for 8. Art thou doing anything else with thy turn?
Crying is a free action, right?
Always.
I almost turned fat and said frying. That is gonna be the end of my turn.
What do you mean turned fat?
Okay.
5.
How about you stop your toe?
Joke's on you, I'll wear shoes inside.
That's not very
Weirdo.
nice. Yeah, I'll attack the gorilla in front of me. That should be with advantage. Sorry.
Don't worry, 21 for 8 will hit.
Good damage rolls again.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. I'll use this. I'm going to assume it's an undead.
I don't know what gave you that impression, but yeah. And this the base damage there, the 3D, yeah?
Yeah, 12. And I'll move over here to try and
Is it
divert some
D6?
attention.
No. Why is it? Yeah, you're rolling d6s instead of d8s.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but
I am so scared as to why, but yeah, 3d10. Why is it rolling d6s?
I would
Get a
stick with the
control.
d6s, honestly.
Do you know what's even fucking crazier? Okay, the spell is set d8s for normal and d6 for... There we go. Yeah. I don't know why. But yeah. Do you want to just keep the 12?
yeah, because the other one was a 10.
Go.
And I move over yonder to divert some attention from
Give
Azuri.
it.
That's
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, that's a pretty fucking stupid creature, let's be honest here. And Azuri did baseball bat it, and Azuri is right there. Again,
advantage.
Tom says, intelligence 8, mate. Intelligence 3. So, Azuri, 18 to hit for 5. Half that to 2.
You mind doing it because I'm having to reload at the moment.
Yep, I'll just keep a number of these right now since you aren't concentrating on anything.
Yep.
A 10 to hit, which misses. A 25 to hit for 8, which would become 4. A 19 to hit for 5, which would become 2. And another 19 to hit for, once again, 5, which would become 2. Because, God forbid, this fucker roll high on a d4. So, 2, 4, 6, 10 total damage on Azuri. And then we move over to Bruce. Was that Tenacious D the metal?
I just went. All right, let's see here. Hey Aziri, this won't change our positions too much, but it'll give a bonus to your armor class. You want a bait and switch?
No, not really. I'm fighting this thing.
No, you will literally just be in my position.
I don't know if Tom's in or not, but Brutus is standing next to you. User.
It's alright. It's alright. That's what you'd say anyway. That's what you'd say anyway.
So is that a yes or a no?
No.
All right.
She said no, but if you do it, she's too dumb to actually resist you, so you can do it anyway.
It needs you to be a willing participant.
Yeah. I mean, she says that, but that doesn't mean she would respond.
Okay.
Because you don't understand what you're doing.
Thank you.
No, she's bad.
Oh, but why's the dog bad?
Whatever. I'll just do something else because I'm not going to do that.
Bad Meg.
Yup.
And then took it off her, put it back in the bowl when I finished eating my stuff, and I happened to look away for 2 seconds in the bowl, and she ate fucking half of it.
Bad Meg.
Funny?
So funny.
That's an 8.
An 8 for 6 will miss it, buddy.
Fuck it. I'm gonna use action surge.
Oh.
I want to stab this thing.
Onion powder and garlic powder.
Why is nobody stabbing the one that's thrown?
It's even worse. Well, because I'm dealing with the one right in front of me.
True. You are a good bed.
Attack of opportunity does exist. Opportunity of attack, sorry. But yeah.
You don't even get one of
right.
these standing
Those
between the
both
two.
missed. Bonus actions. Nothing I really want to use right now. Alright, that's my turn.
Aziri. You in yet, Tom, or?
Yeah. So, not really twigging where Clive's moved to, and just still wanting to smack this thing back. He's going to recklessly hit it back.
Smash, and as it does, 18 for 13 will hit. 10 foot in it.
And she'd like to push it 10 feet back.
So that kind of puts it in Clive's space.
Yeah, she didn't twig where he was, so.
Clive, as you are just beset.
A face full of Carillion ass.
Yeah, I have somewhere to put my immovable rod now.
Oh no, your rod seems pretty movable.
That's the thing.
At the top of my turn, she would see some temporary HP for being near me.
To whom?
You'll receive 6 temporary HP to Pepsi for being next to me.
Pepsi, just for looking cute. 6 hit temps.
Yeah.
Did it not?
Alright.
No, that's my turn.
Hurrell.
Oh, you said how much?
Oh.
6, I've already added it on.
6 temp.
Oh, okay.
Hurrell is gonna unsheath his above average blade.
Longsword is a longsword. They're very particular about their size.
Yeah, well, it's a slightly
Actually, they're
longer
not.
sword than normal ones. And he's gonna try to stab the guy.
17 for 6 hits.
Whoa.
else?
I think that's all he can do.
You can
wait.
Yep.
Wait. That's necrotic damage, extra necrotic. Be frightened. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. But no, that's not what I need. That's gonna be the end.
Does he
of
strike
our
a
turn.
pose?
Yes.
Hurrell. Yep. Nope. Eucharist. Sorry.
That's
I'll move a little closer so that I can get an attack with advantage with the trident. And I think I will use this damage type.
15 for 13 will kill.
And then does Claymore look like he could use a little pick-me-upper?
No one is
slipping under.
bloodied, is the phrase I'll use. But Gark, do you feel like you need a healing right now?
Do I need it? No.
Do you want
Do
it?
I want it? Sure. Couldn't really care less. Actually, no, I don't want it. Don't want it.
Ah, well, too
Save
bad.
it for a rainy day.
I mean, you get the lowest because you don't really want it, but
Okay. Well, don't expect a thank you note.
Non-consensual healing.
I'll let you add that on, Gark, because I cannot get your token. Did it else your turn there, Craft?
he'll move back a little this way. Yeah, that's it.
Amber, is gonna realize that the Rod's Enjoyer is dead, and is gonna shoot at the other fuck that's still standing.
The rod and jar is fine, just, underneath the other Gorillion.
Wait, huh? Ow! Yeah. I have a great idea. Does it take an action to turn the rod off?
Yes. Or until another creature takes the utilize action to push the button.
Okay. Then Amber is gonna start blasting. There we go.
23 for 16.
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
Yep.
Wait, does it seem like this is effective at all? Or am I misreading my modules? Because normally it shows that he takes damage.
It's undead.
Ow.
Poison damage.
Worth a shot.
Now, for future references, you just wash over it with poison. Did it else?
Cry.
Yep. Flavor is always free. Tears are salty. Clive.
Your favorite
I
flavor,
want
huh?
to get out of his asshole. Please move me. Thank you. Yeah. Attack.
19 per 11 will hit as you just swing and smash.
I want to very quickly look at the other Gorillion. Is there a sizable chunk of meat, spoiled or otherwise, still remaining on the body?
Technically?
This, okay, hear me out. This one is a sentient, so this one should be okay by you guys.
It's rotten,
Alright.
undead meat.
This one isn't sentient, so it should be okay by you guys.
Yeah. stick to a criteria, right? Let me
It's
just very
consistent.
quickly double check. Yeah, that will be all for me.
Okay. This guy been about to go feral. Between a rock and a hard place, he seems to be. Tom, even a rod.
Odd.
It's even. So he swings. This is the guy that you attacked as well that moved, isn't it?
Yep.
It's recklessly. Gonna om nom nom. A 12, which misses. Yep. Cool.
15's
Done.
my AC.
A nat 20. Which is for a total of 7, which would half to 3.
That seems weirdly low.
You're just rolling really shit on these d4s. And then a 19 for 7, which halves to 3. Oh, I'm gonna cry. And an 18 for 6, which you guessed it, halves to 3. And then a 7. Does anybody want to finish my sentence?
Or 6
Half
and
to
half
three.
to 3.
Yep. 3, 6. A total of 12 damage, with one of those being a crit. Do you need me to knock that off for you, Tom?
No, I am good, thanks.
Okay. Then we rock on over to Brutus. Please, for the love of God, buddy, put me out my fucking misery.
I only promised to try.
It's good enough.
You know. Alright, I'm gonna do, does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
I want to use the pushing attack to do extra damage.
Don't. You
Oh, okay.
stab it, 14 for 7 hits, which kills on 2.
Why are there so many goddamn gorillions?
Gorilla.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's about a gorillion of them.
Are there a gorillion of them?
Really dark, really.
I-
Really.
Look, to do you a solid, can I pull out my wee dagger, the bigger of the two, and start to slice off the bigger chunks of the meat?
I will
I'm gonna
move
walk
over.
slowly.
I will move over to Clive and put my hand on it and say, no.
He'll sign. Why not?
We need to talk. Say.
It's a CA, the cannibalism intervention.
CI?
This is
AA,
important. You need to come
alcoholics
with us. We need to deal with it now. Leave this. Then she'll sort of try and gesture him to lead towards where the rest of the group are.
I'll stand up. That's solid advice.
Clive, she says out loud. It's important that we have a talk, as things have become apparent, and although I don't know the reasons for it, it is a bit we need to discuss. So, first things first. We have noticed that you have this ritual after you have killed things, or we have killed things, where you start to butcher them as if they were farm animals, which is a bit odd when you do it for everything. That's not something you should be doing for that creature, which is undead. It is painted. But it's concerning everyone. She gestures to everyone, and some of us here actually have your best interests at heart and care for you. She pauses at that point. Some of us.
Someone is standing there like,
You see
Yeah,
Amber
some
just
of us.
nodding, yes.
That is an accurate thing. So I would like to. I know that you're a man of honor. Are you not?
Tend to be.
Some of us have expressed concerns that if we were to die here, you would want to do something similar, and everyone feels that would not be a nice thing, as they all have their own funeral rites. So, would you be willing to swear on your honor that if we die, you will not do this ritual on us?
All of you? The sign? The sad look?
We'll sign it. Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
I think that's best if it's all of us. Yes. Would you swear on your honor?
he looks sorrowfully at Hurl and leans in and goes, even the snake lands?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure about that
He'll
one. We didn't
can't
talk about that one
understand
yet.
sign language.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, Brutus can translate.
What about Dragon Bait? Dragon Bait hasn't said
Hey,
anything.
brothers, what is he saying?
Oh, he's asking if the Sneeple are okay with being eaten if they die.
No, Hurl. Hurl.
Oh, sorry, but you said it was in response to the lizard comment.
Problem is,
You said
Garp,
even the lizard?
problem is, Hurl doesn't speak sign language.
Yeah, that's what Aziri
I
just
can.
said.
I'm literally
That's
translating it right
Brutus
now.
So
translated.
Brutus said he would translate.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways, continue.
tell him
Okay.
I don't speak for the snake, but it's fine on my
Wait.
part.
Why is he talking about snakes?
Yeah, what did you ask him again?
If Hurl, I don't remember if I could chop Hurl.
You said even the lizard.
Yeah, you were talking about
No,
lizards.
Yeah, I whispered to Aziri, even the snake ladies, just to
Oh,
her.
Aziri. No, you said...
You said
Oh, I
Hurl
didn't-
initially.
so- Wait a minute, how do you whisper?
Cover it with a hand, the
I-
other hand.
Okay, that would have been a lot more clear. Sorry. Continue.
But yeah, Ilsan, yes, I respect. Slight pause. Your funeral rites. I only did it out of love, you know, the thunder's light
Shh.
and all that.
Sure. Well, do you mind? Because I'm not an expert in these things, but I don't remember at the Abbey ever being told that this was common practice of Lathander. Is this something that your order have done? I did ask, because when it is brought up, I did ask if Amber had heard of your order, but he didn't know much about your practice. Is this a practice of your order?
Not an official one, he signs, but a small group of us, we are zealous to Lathander, to his ideas of youth and vigor and renewal and rebirth. And we are under the impression that it is a great honor to eat someone because then the dead get to live on.
What the hell
You
is
know?
going on?
Oh,
with
hey,
you
the
guys?
bundle of sixes here.
The cannibalism intervention.
Oh. So the usual. I thought something actually important was happening.
Yeah, an actual intervention.
Yeah.
We have a banner and
Well,
everything.
We're basically telling him, don't eat us when we die.
The next intervention we hold is going to be an intervention about holding interventions.
Well, I think we
fair-
need to be holding an intervention about the fact that we're shutting down interventions when they're very important.
Oh, goody.
I eat the corpses of sentient beings because I am unable to taste their sins, and I believe in Lathander's teachings of rebirth. The essence of the dead fuels the living, and the flaws.
Oh, goody.
So that wasn't stuff that he said out loud. Okay.
Well, as much as I would love to sit
You could
here
say it out
and
loud.
them,
Well, he'd sign it
eating
out loud.
people,
Oh,
I
right.
cannot, but I thought I'd figure it out. What's up?
Quinn, you did, Hurl did agree to having his corpse dissected and eaten by
No, I did not.
Yes, this happened.
Very much happened. Kind of test.
Yeah, it happened.
Sorry. Never mind. In
We're
that
not
case,
fighting anyone.
in that case, I misheard Ruby.
No, no,
Carry
that
on.
happened. You were
if
right.
I-
You understood correctly.
If I were
Well,
to make an estimate, I don't think whoever would care very much. I think it would be more of a, I mean, you can try situation. I don't think
Oh
his
god, you're
corpse
so much
matters
more
that much
emo
to
than
him.
I've played you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, not in a, you can try if you can get close enough. It's just, I mean, if you want to.
If you die, you die.
Clive will sign, and he'll sign. I promise. I have to burp, but it doesn't come out. He doesn't sign that part. He signs, I promise that, I will respect your funeral right decisions. If I had a voice, I would promise it audibly, so...
You are a man of honor. I will trust you. But I will say that those creatures, they are not at all. Eating them will not be a good thing. You do not need to harvest creatures such as that. The undead. And if you harvest sentient ones, it makes some people uneasy. So to
I
try and do it
mean,
subtly, they would appreciate it more.
Are you going to Aziri? Do you feel uncomfortable by it?
I don't understand it.
Is that a no? Is that a yes?
It's I've never come across this before. I don't understand it. It's you. I trust you, but I wouldn't want to eat sentient beings.
I'm only
Not
getting
even on the brink
myself.
of starvation.
I'm only getting half of this conversation, but Clive, you should probably know that you eat more. You eat some of the things that even my people wouldn't eat. So, yes. Just thought I'd give you that information.
That's because they don't follow the thunder.
Again, I don't speak gang sign.
They're all heretics.
Oh, it's
I've
He-
followed
he's
the
saying
family,
it's
so
a
they're all
I
infidels.
don't eat people.
He's saying it's a
Three
religious
people
thing.
at once.
Well, it's not that I. It's just that I don't understand it. So it's not something I've ever come across. In fact, it would be frowned upon in my village, but that doesn't mean it's wrong for you if that's what you believe. But not everyone feels that way. But
He'll
you told-
sign. Sorry.
sorry.
He'll sign. I won't bring the corpses into settlements. To not get law enforcement on their asses. But if it doesn't make you uncomfortable, I will probably try and keep doing the practice. Sorry, my cat is also distracting me. The practice. Clive falls into despair for a minute.
if it makes you feel any better, I don't really care that you do it. Just don't do it to me and don't share it with me.
I second the motion of not sharing these things with me, as again, you eat the things that even my people would not eat. And we don't eat those things for good reasons.
I just felt that it had to be said before you started cutting up those type of bodies. The best thing to do is to burn those. Surely.
Hello, I'm back. I did hear you though. I do wonder which ones does Solida not eat?
So rather
So
weird
that
as
is
well.
allergic to the Baxi meat.
Those Corellians haven't got up, and usually they are quite a tough fight.
What? Shit, I forgot what people said. But he'll thank Aziri for bringing it up though, and he'll sign to Brutus that while he is saying he won't chop up Brutus once he dies in order to respect his soul and rebirth, the Thunder teachings, everything.
Like I said, don't eat me and don't feed me people, and we're good. You keep doing you.
But she'll turn and look at Brutus. As he will turn and look at Brutus and says, I mean, there's an easy way for you to definitely avoid it. He did say he only did it to heretics.
I mean,
It's just a fucking religion.
I don't really care as long as you're not eating me and eating like innocent people. You
Well,
do you. Don't involve me in it.
Not to be drawn
I'm
a
not
line
sure
at
this
heretics.
Tabaxi. I think this Tabaxi was innocent at one point, but
I mean, if you happen on a dead body, I don't really care what you do with it.
oh, okay.
That's up to the others. I don't really give a shit. I mean, I'm all for taking things from the dead. I'll fully admit that. They're dead. They don't need their stuff no more.
He sounds, hey, we won't go, grave robbing. That's not who we are. We're better.
I mean, we already did that.
We're better than that.
Like how the lines here are: we don't grave rob, but we practice ritualistic cannibalism.
I mean, technically, we did grave rob the place we left where I got this spear from.
You grave robbed it. I am saint.
Okay, Hurel and wait, hold on, I don't actually remember. Did you help me, boss, or was that just me, Hurel?
You were given that spear.
I think that was just you and your own, yeah?
I can't remember. All I remember is I got money. Well,
Speaking about money, Brutus, tonight we'll keep watch together. I've got a little present for you.
Alright. Gotcha. Alright, is there anything else we need to get off our chest, or shall we get a move on?
I have a crush on you.
Huh?
Good doesn't stuff, my employees, please.
No, he promises that he won't eat the corpses of you four if you die.
Hey, at least Hurel doesn't care.
He
Isn't
didn't
our
say
party
anything for
six?
you three.
Yeah, the party's 6.
Yeah.
Only the half won't be eaten.
Doesn't
Yeah,
want to be
I mean-
eaten, doesn't want to be eaten, doesn't want to be eaten, doesn't want to be
Amber
eaten.
has been nodding like with the rest of the group. Yes, I agree. So like she very clearly doesn't want to be
So
eaten.
basically, everyone but Hurel cares about being eaten.
And it's
Cares
you.
about not being
Right.
eaten.
Oh wait, does Yukareth care about being eaten?
Yeah.
Oh.
How much?
Let's make a circle of people that don't want to be eaten, or rather, let's just make a.
Hey, Kuro, where are you going? Where are you going?
Alright, well, where do the NPCs fall on this?
What is this fucking circle?
I realise you can't make a circle with that many on a square grid. All right, shut up.
You can't.
There we go.
Don't forget, Hurel doesn't care.
Hurel was fine.
Oh, Hurel doesn't care. Right? Hurel can go with the heretics. Philida really cares. though.
Philida cares. Does Kiana care?
Yeah, Reeves.
Weird conversation to have. Well, those three weren't really part of
Hold
the
on.
group to begin with, so.
Hold on, why is Dragonbait here? Dragonbait already smells like food.
It doesn't mean he wants to be eaten.
I mean, I
Only half the
mentioned
time.
it. That I am. Look, he's making me a little hungry with his smell.
Dragonbait
eat
sweats
dragon
nervously.
Don't eat dragon bait.
Why? He's bait for dragons. I can be breathing like a dragon.
He's not giving you his name at any point, by the way.
Oh, he looks
Sorry,
like
I said
bait
his
for
name
dragon.
once. My bad. Don't eat the dragon thing.
You
Wait
know,
a minute, I just realized something.
seeing
What's
I can
your
breathe
name?
fire like a
Sorry.
dragon. Do you think? Would it be considered cannibalism if I eat him?
No, you're not even related to dragons. That I'm
I have
aware of.
the
I'm
ability.
sure you're not.
Isn't
Wow.
breathing fire part of like the mating rituals for dragons?
So I think I could fuck him.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? I'm leaving. You guys
Brutus,
catch up
we've been
with
in jungle for nearly 2 weeks now. A girl needs to get her rocks off somehow.
You got out of the circle.
He says way too fucking giddy.
But no, Clive promises
Thanks for not. Nope. Getting back in the circle.
he'll ask to be kept up to date on, what your burial preferences are so that you can respect them when you die.
So, guys,
And,
remember,
as long as
if you ever feel like becoming Clive shit, let him know.
So long as he's sane, he'll he'll refrain from following his zealous.
He's sane?
Sane enough.
Not anymore.
I'll tell you mine. Mine's quite simple. I would like to be cremated and then have my ashes scattered on a field, and you then scatter sunflower seeds over the top of that as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
just leave a
beautiful.
gold. Just leave my helmet on like a grave and leave like a gold piece in it. That's all I care about.
I think I want to be thrown in a river, preferably the Styx, but if that one isn't available, anyone will do.
Would you like me to
Sounds
tie?
like a stupid situation.
Would you like me to tie a rock to your feet as well, just to be safe?
No, I like it when I bob up dramatically. It always makes for good mysteries.
We have like, oh, a person wants to be cremated, you know? Oh, a person just kind of wants to be buried. Yeah, a person wants to go to fucking Ibiza to be thrown into the holy river. What do you mean?
Hey guys, just fuck me up like I owe the 1940s mafia money.
No. After I die, throw my body.
Who else will make him into a skin puppet?
I hate that it's true. I hate that it's just canon.
And Itchy?
You say that like he isn't already one.
No, what is his? I'm writing all this down.
Are you asking for who else?
No, it's you.
Oh, Itchy.
You could have.
Can you repeat that?
What's your funeral
What is
rites?
your preferred? Yeah.
How do you want your body to be molested after you die?
You want to be molested?
Could we
Before I
get
throw you
this
in-
answer within
Oral.
Could we get this answer within 3 fucking business days, please, and thank you?
Sure, I was just thinking about it for a moment. I would like to be hung up on a high tree by my ankles after I die.
What is all this kinky
Interesting.
shit? I love it.
Oh, God.
Azuris is somehow the most normal.
Brutus is pretty normal.
Hey, I just want to be returned to the hells I came from, okay?
The Styx doesn't just go through the 9 hells, mate. You're
Goes
also
through the
going to end up
abyss.
in... Yeah,
And
Gehenna.
also the neutral plane of Hades.
Yeah, so I just want to be reconnecting with that, you know, with the lower planes.
We don't know where your mum lives.
Somewhere around that area.
I don't know. Given how my boss acts, I don't think they had a mother present in their life.
And
Nor
Clive will
father.
then sign. Clive will then sign and ask, "Would you respect my burial right preferences when I pass away?"
Sure.
Not going
Is it
to
having-
Is it to be on an episode
I'm
of
not
Jim
gonna
Will
eat
Fix
you.
It?
There's multiple people talking.
Sorry.
No, there's no one talking.
What are they?
What are the burial rites you wish for?
Rebirth. Eat me so that my corpse might fuel your vigor.
Right.
That I live on in
We'll
your-
feed you to someone who's willing to eat you. Hurel probably will.
Or
Why, if you're
Yana or
offering?
Silda, maybe. We'll see. But
If I die.
we'll try our best.
So far, that notion seems distant.
Hurel is probably the most willing.
If
They
we
seem
can't find
freaky enough.
anyone, then you know what? I'll eat you.
Okay, we gotta take her.
That means a great deal to me, it sounds. We should probably keep going so that we don't. miss
Yeah,
that.
Amber is gonna clap with her
Yeah.
hands and say, well, let's just make sure we don't die so we don't have to think about this too much. Where are we going next?
Agreed. Are we heading to the coast? For that one, what's that one town we're going towards?
Yeah. Port Castigula or something.
Port
Port Castellation? What a weird name for a port.
Yeah, Castiglia.
Oh, I thought it was
Into
Castellation.
the land.
Hey, hi, so this is probably a good time to go ahead and put a pause on it, take a break, do whatever you need to do. We're going to go through some quick adverts real quick, and then we'll get right back to the game at hand. First and foremost, we are still available on Patreon and Coffee. Links are above, name is above here. There is now a ton of maps for different AD&D modules, some Dragonland stuff in there as well, and some stuff that I've actually used in games as well. So go ahead, take a little look. You can support me on there if you wish. You can just subscribe here. Dealer's choice, either way. It's got stuff on it now. Now we are still partnered with the guys over at AdverntureOn. Yes, we are with them. Community of now over 1,000 members who are here playing D&D. Be that Play by Post, Boundary, Roll20, Owlbear. It's there, ready to play. Plenty of DMs, even more players. Open welcome community. Links below and also on screen. Enjoy. And there's a go live time. This is when games will go live here on YouTube and you'll be able to see them. So that is firstly in the Europeans, 8 PM CEST, 7 PM GMT. In the States, that's 2 PM EST, 1 PM CST, and 11 AM PST. On Mondays we head up to the frigid north of the Sword Coast once more to Icewind Dale to face the rime of the Frostmaiden. On Tuesdays we trade the frost with the tropics as we head down to Chult for Tomb of Annihilation to stop the death curse. On Thursdays we keep things eldritch with Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the 1-20 game where I even bring in new dungeon masters to run it with me as a player. Things are getting weird now. Keeping us firmly in the northern part of the Sword Coast, every second Saturday DM King takes me and a bunch of mates through the lost mine of Phandelver where we try to find the obelisks and what lies below. I managed to stay in all of my clothes the whole time, so without further ado, let's get back to the game. As you are heading on, doing your own little things, moving on through. Eventually, your little legsies get a little bit tired, and the ability to walk on starts to become a pain, become a problem. You find you need to set up for the night once more, or the dates. You've travelled far, for certain, through the jungle, and as you can see, just ever so far off in the distance, the tree line does break, and it does seem to be clear. You are hearing the sound of Icareth dinner, but that's still a bit away. As you set up camp, get out the tents, and enjoy a rather nice evening here in Chult as the afternoon turns to the evening. Is there anything in particular people want to do, burn off, or such?
Yes.
No.
I want to get some Tupperware out and start breaking down the tabaxi into sizable pieces so we don't walk into the port with a fucking corpse on a string.
Okay. Tupperware doesn't exist.
Tupperware?
Tupperware also recently went bankrupt, so they don't exist in real life anymore either.
What?
That's true. Yeah, they did, like a while ago. The company. But the statement still stands. He wants to get rid of the corpse and prepare it into sizable pieces for dinner and such.
You pull out the stinking meat of the tabaxi, start to rip it on down, and as you start maybe with an arm or such, as you hold it out and slice, start taking off the clothes, and you take off the clothes, like the skin just comes clean with it.
Not sure you have to go this much into detail.
Oh, I do, because I went into a lot of details about how this body had already decayed when you got it. That was 2 days ago.
Oh, well, I can... I did cast or prepare this spell, which I was planning on using on this.
Purify food and drink at this moment in time. You remove poison or rot from non-magical food. I think at this very moment in time it would still be considered a body, not so much food until it's prepared. So as you prepare the as you all just watch this absolutely grim fucking scene of what could only be described as Leatherface meets Hannibal Lecter with a little bit of Hills Have Eyes and Human Centipede thrown in there for good measure. That makes me unnerved. You get about, by the end of it, I would say 2 or so rations out of it, but enough to more not so much make like steaks, but more so like a stock more than anything. It's quite liquidy and congealy.
I wanted to break down the entire body.
That is the entire body. Again, it's 4 days decomposed already prior.
Went from 40 to 2.
No, 4.
Shit.
4. Sorry.
40 to 4. That's still pretty.
4 days decomposed in a heat that is 30 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to eat a steak internally.
In the restaurant, we call that marinade. Just a weird variant of it.
But that would be blue.
Blue? Oh.
Yeah. Rare steak should be pulled at 48 Celsius.
Each. Okay, thank you. And then afterwards, can I do the spell on it?
Yeah, then that makes it safe to eat, or in this case, safe to use as a soup stock. I'm sorry, that cup of tea is coming back on me. Anyone else doing anything else at this moment in time?
Yes, please. Aziri would like to go and scour the area around the camp for some kind of water, preferably moving water as opposed to still and stagnant water.
Yeah.
Does she would like to say this? Because Amber would love to help her with that. And
wouldn't say it, but you would see her wandering off with carrying her mama's cooking iron pot.
Oh yeah, she would follow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think Amber trusts Aziri enough at this point to do that.
You find a nice stream of water. It does seem to be moving at a moderate pace. Not too deep, probably about ankle deep. And it is nice and cool. It doesn't seem to have any contaminations that you can see to the eye. And as you...
She'll like to fill up my cooking pot, her mama's cooking pot, and then take it back to the camp and start putting it over the fire so that it starts to boil. Because that's what her mama told. Water needs to boil first.
Yeah. As you set it on the fire, and it slowly starts to bubble and boil away. You take a little time, sit there, you watch as round the rim of the pot starts to form this white ring. As the water just boils away. After a while, yeah.
Would I recognise that white thing? Smell of anything weird?
All I was about to say is, after maybe a bit of an hour of this low boil, the air around is quite thick with salt, would be the best term to use. It's just, you know, everything tastes saltier than it was.
Amber?
Yeah?
I have a question.
Yes?
I haven't read many books, but I do remember that water from rivers shouldn't do this, right? Look, I point to the rim of the pot.
How much would Amber know about this?
About the difference between salt water, fresh water, and its locations? Fair amount.
Oh. Does it seem to be salt?
You're tasting it passively.
I
guess so.
I'd have a guess.
Looks like it.
Hold on. Do we have any of the boar meat left?
I don't.
The bacon was on Clive. Clive should have the bacon, and you should have some as well, I believe.
Yeah. She's gonna take out one of the pieces of boar meat. And just grabs a little bit of the white stuff and just sprinkle it on her meat. Before grabbing a pan and starting to like make some space on the fire to start cooking it. This right here is salt. Looks like
But
we're
I
getting
got
close
this,
to the ocean.
It's from a river. How is it salting the water?
I could be that the river is part of the ocean or cycling through the ocean. All this is to say, I think we're getting very close to the ocean or to the water.
You can definitely get that inkling that the water here does come from the ocean, but has not filtered enough through the rock yet.
Well, you're lucky that Ziri doesn't understand this because that's not how it works. But there you go, doesn't matter. Cool. Well, is the water okay to drink then?
I think, I believe you have to boil the salt out of it before you're able to drink.
You know how you're very much aware how you could make a distillery, which it would technically be, to catch the
How do you
vapor
do that?
vapor to bring it down to catch the water and let the salt boil away.
Yeah. So you would have to you would have to boil it and then catch the vapors to be able to drink it. You can't just drink it out. That
My hands.
I would use a tarp of some sorts.
Oh,
Basically,
okay, yeah, I've
basically
got
it's an upside down rain catcher you would need. You've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
Philip
yeah,
walk
okay.
around with that one, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I got one a bit like that. Okay, I'll do that. I'll set up that there's an upside down rain catcher over pot thing.
Yep.
Try and catch some water overnight.
As you set that up, it does, take that time. I will say, even though the amount you get, you still got enough to give everybody water in the water skins. At least a charge. And as you enjoy a rather simple, rather easy, rather quiet long rest. Okay, everybody's got everything.
Before we do,
Mhm.
I want to do a watch with Brutus.
Okay. Pepsi back yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been back.
Gucci, homie. Yep. As two people go down and I use to get up for the night.
They're gonna be sitting at the campfire, right? Setting the scene.
Let me just switch to that.
Yeah. While they're sitting at the campfire at some point, Amber turns to Brutus. You know, Brutus, we've been traveling for about 2 weeks now. You've been a most valiant muscle, and I've been lacking a little bit, but I've finally been able to secure some coins. So I would like to pay you for your amazing effort and input you've been giving. You know? So I wanted to compensate it properly, and she's gonna toss you a bag of coin.
She puts her hair into a ponytail.
Sorry, okay. Back to the actual.
Whew.
Hmm. Well, I'll be fully honest. I am surprised, but I like to take the bag of coin. Thank you kindly.
You look
Tell
inside
you
of it.
what. I mean, yeah.
It's
I
40
was gonna
copper.
say. Ah. Thanks. I'm now a lot less weird than I was gonna be. Anyways,
Bring your watch.
yeah. This is our watch.
Yeah.
Alright. I was going to say, you might have to start a union.
Well, something's better than nothing. As he stows away the pouch and the copper. Do know I will be expecting more then.
Of
What?
course, this was just the only money I could find so far. So.
Can I insight that? This is entrusting your money management skill.
Sure. You can try to roll. I mean, seems like she doesn't seem to
Wait,
be lying.
hold on. I have something I can use on this.
Is the fucking Bardic?
No.
I also,
Mine.
he also didn't use his inspiration, so technically could reroll the 20 as well if he wished.
I'd rather not waste it on this. But, okay, so that bumps that up to an 11.
We're going to have a long rest, so
Yeah, you're like well within a long rest.
You have traveled enough enough with Amber. You know her well enough. When she is trying to deceive people or fuck with people's mind, she has a certain tick, a little change in tone, a little thing she does with her eyes that she sometimes does. And you notice this, like you know that exists, and it doesn't seem to be like she's doing that now. Is what I give you.
You see the red dots squint a little and then soften slightly. All right. He'll like pat the copper pouch. All right then. How about for this long rest meal? I cook up some of those dino nuggies I harvested with the others.
Oh, I got a salted steak or a salted pork chop made earlier. God dear. Yeah, just know if we make it out of here and we get paid, just I'll make sure to I'll make sure to reward you handsome, of course.
Bruce will nod and give you a thumbs up as he goes to cook his meal for the night, which is the dino nuggies.
Awesome.
We're just not going to question where he got the bread from to make the breading and how it got stale and he got it, but don't worry, he makes some nice panko dino nuggies.
you can actually make breading from tree bark.
Can you?
Yes. With some water and some... I forgot what the other ingredient is, but yes, it's possible.
Of course you would know that.
I've never actually done so myself, I just know it's possible.
Certain types of tree bark, especially the inner bark or cabium layer.
Is anybody else doing anything else?
I would like to hunt. Are there seagulls nearby? You know, because there's a coast.
You can roll a survival check, find out.
Is anyone willing or wanting to help me?
No.
Well, you have plenty of rations, I guess.
Kiana will help.
Not anymore.
Kiana will help,
Oops,
thanks.
fucking dissolved.
Then I will roll with advantage.
Sure.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait, actually... I will use Eldritch Blast.
You get one or two seagull here or there. They are...
How hard do you... Sorry.
They are quite easy to catch. As you are firing about. They're abundant, which is good. Lets you know that you are close, if not on the precipice, within 10 miles of a coast. As you fire them off. I'd say you get about 3 rations worth on that one there. And so you get a few, but they are very small. Seems like you may have found a nesting, roosting area. You child killer.
And these are only the first.
As you are heading on out, back, and through, you notice every so often Kiana's also looking around, kind of unsure as to what you are actually hunting until it's hit. And she seems to have to be able to see these seagulls. You seem extremely in tune to the location of these seagulls, however. You are firing along. As at one point you turn round and she's just kind of like standing there with a snake in her hand, just in her hand wrapped round 2 or 3 times, just kind of looking at you like found a snake.
Next.
She looks at you, snake in hand.
Just like Brutus.
Okay, God Fox. You got your seagulls, you're happy.
Yes.
He's
God-
got one eye.
God forbid we develop this fucking character any further. Is
the snake one-eyed?
No, it's 2-eyed. And it's a rather large snake to coil round her arm 3 times, but Ikareth doesn't care, so he puts
I
it
was
down and you
technically
go back to camp.
I was technically just muted, so... But by now it's funnier to just not answer, so I'm just leaving it.
And secure yourselves a long rest. As the kids say, get that bag.
Is it a bag of holding?
No. Look at that, everybody's
Yeah, no,
understanding this now, it's great, it's fantastic.
For some reason, Horo has 44 rations saved up somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, I think I know where I fucked up. Apparently each of the 11 rations think they have 4 charges. So instead of 44, he has 9 left.
Still seems to think there's charges there as well, which is really weird.
I mean, 1 out of 1 charge is fine. It's just each. Oh,
And then, there we go. It is set.
Did you use a water skin as a base? Then change it somehow.
yeah, something like that maybe.
You know, for some reason it keeps registering. Oh, sorry. No. There. Wait, what? No, I have water. God damn it.
Nice one, Brutus.
What?
Just that you're not drinking.
I can drink. It's just whenever Every time I've drank so far, it doesn't register that I have charges in my water skin, and just assumes I don't have it.
Apart from when I did it, and it said that you have 6 charges inside water skin. Which
It has 6 charges because it's basically I was basically I couldn't rename the bottles, so I just basically treated those bottles as 2 extra charges, like you said they were.
Yep. And then you just hit the pluses, and you don't tick any of the boxes up top.
Oh, all right. Well, real quick, it takes 2 charges of water.
I done your one for you last time.
Oh.
So I'll quickly.
No, I'm just asking, is it 1 per?
Yeah, 1 per rest. So.
Got it. I already have taken it off. There we go.
I have used the clip thing to give you the best possible help. There we go. Apologies, holiday stuff came up. But as you enjoy the nice rest, a beautiful rest, nothing bad happens on this rest. Crazy how that happens. It's Clive. You are there, first awake-ish. Ziri, you are still ragging. Let's get you off the ragging. There we go. It also says that it expired over 6,000 seconds ago. But also you are concentrating. I don't know why these effects aren't coming off when they should. Mutuo apologesio. But as you go on through, enjoying a great day, there is enough water now saved up from the distillation that you do in fact have about 3 charges on a water skin, and you also have enough salt to preserve some food as well. It's a real win-win scenario there. But as you are ready to head on out, I must ask, who is taking watch today? Well, who is taking first line of watch? Who is guiding the party?
Yeah.
It's Queen.
It will be me today.
I mean, you can
Wait,
do it
do you
if you
mean
want.
guiding as in like actual survival check, or guiding as in doing a night watch?
Oh no, you've just done a long rest there, my buddy. So now it's traveling.
Yeah. Yeah, Clive, please and thank you. And we need a sign for Brutus if he can be his nose and tongue for the help action, pretty much.
Brutus, can you be Clive's hero, baby?
For what? Do you need help?
Yeah, the help action.
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Yay.
What's the number?
19 and not 20.
I do like that we're letting the person with the negative modifier guide us. That is on brand.
Yeah, it's hilarious though.
Honestly, Brutus is just waiting for you to fuck up so he can call you out on it.
He's doing a good job.
He is.
Oh, there it is. No, I. Okay, and then.
Yeah.
Methinks. There will
What does
be
you
some
focus?
PTSD involved to this session.
Oh no.
Aye, aye, vey. So, I'm going to ask, which of the directions are you headed on a compass point?
Let me switch over to the map for a moment.
Well,
The south, right? Because we need to get to the port, to the city.
So, which direction?
South.
South? Okay. Fast or slow?
Can we not already see the city from where we're at?
No.
we might not be exactly where we're on the map. Also, the city might just be like not even 1 square big.
Also, dense forest, hate forest.
Yeah.
Well, the map itself is like a beach. The little compass thing, how'd that work again? It shows where north is always, right? Or not?
Yes, it'll always show you where north is, so that way you can't get turned around and go back the way you came, or north in that regard. So,
So yeah, south.
and one or two.
Can we see the water edge from here?
No, you're still in some jungle right now. You can see that like eventually that jungle does stop, and you can see just off in the distance a few little twinkly stars that you haven't quite seen unless you are staring directly up. So you are aware that going forward there are, going in most directions, there is no jungle after a period of time.
All right. Well, yeah, south 2.
Okay.
Southeast. Sorry, southeast. If
Southeast. And how many squares?
2.
Okay, roll a d4.
I mean, I think it's more until we find the city or find the port.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying southeast.
And I will say, as you start to head on out southeast, you're having a nice walk. So this book doesn't do things alphabetically and then decides to do things in its own little thing. Cool. Cool. As you are walking through, enjoying your beautiful time, you soon start to move past the dense jungle foliage. And as you do, you eventually find yourself in this beautiful, untouched by human life beach as the water starts to lap up. You start to taste the salt in the air. It is refreshing. I don't have an ambience for it, sadly, or I would, but it's a refreshing cold breeze that seems to hit you rather than that thicker, warmer breeze that you're used to. You just look round at where you are. It's rather quite nice. Quite beautiful. Peaceful even. Don't know why I keep coming off with this map when I should be doing stuff on it. And yeah. You just look around after a while and all is not quite what you were expecting.
All is well.
No.
I love how I could just use it as an activation phrase on you.
You look at the map.
Are we about to see God?
Look at the map.
It's all black.
Yeah, don't worry. Look at the map.
What map are we looking?
chop map. Look at where you are. Do the calculations.
Uh-huh.
Look at the map. Look at where you are.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
We're way off, aren't we?
There certainly ain't no port.
I mean, what way does the beach carve?
What do you mean?
Does it carve, like, inward, or does it carve outward? Because it's
And
like,
don't we have the map?
yeah, we have the map, but if the beach look like, let me draw. If the beach looks like it's going, like, oh, I can draw on this layer. Beach looks like it's going this way, then we're in the good spot. If the beach is going this way, then we're probably having it in the wrong spot.
Bear in mind that each hex here is encompassing of 10 miles.
Oh yeah, you can only see about 3 miles. But do we see land, like
You see lots of land to the north and the south. You're definitely on a beach, and you can see that the water is flowing just a little south as well.
Oh, so we're in roughly the right spot at least, because there's a river there on the map. But wait, huh? That's not. Well, I am too tired to brain cell. I'll just need to cook food. God, not all at the same time.
Couldn't even hear what you said.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use.
I go for a swim in the sea.
Yeah. You go, I'd say you go night swimming, but it ain't night swimming. It's got to find a way to move it for the sun. Let me just try. This. Cool. That does the sun. I guess she's out there. Do the configuration. Okay. Okay. There we go. So, as you swim out on the ocean, the beautiful ocean, very early on in the morning, the water feels good. It's nice, and it's clear. You look on out now that you are considerably further out. You can see to the north.
I'm only going like 20 feet. 20 feet, sure.
I mean, 20 feet is 20 feet.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's enough. You can see that there are now what appear to be ships moored just up to the north. You start to see their sails.
But once I've finished my refreshing swim, dip, I'll come back and while my clothes are drying, I'll tell everyone that what I saw. There are some ships up to the north.
Ships up north?
It's more than one ship, yeah.
Out of curiosity, did you see anything signifying, like flags or anything?
It's miles away.
Fair enough.
I mean, it
Well,
could be fancy rocks. I don't know. There's something in the sea up to the north.
Well then, I think we have a new guide. Like comically gesturing at Aziri.
Did we not figure out our exact location on that 20?
I'm just being.
No, it's just a DC to go in the right direction.
Okay.
You are what appears to be off.
I mean, they could just be, what's it called when they're not moving? and they're just like having a rest before going to the port somewhere else. I don't know much about boats.
You are standing there discussing this. You all start to hear wah, wah. These little, I want to say like sounds of like sand that seems to be kicking up. And you start hearing this small chorus of wah, and seems to be coming for you from the dense jungles.
What does it look like?
You watch for a moment, just standing there watching as you hear this chorus of noise coming towards us. Yeah.
Well, if it sounds like a seagull, and I don't know if that's.
It does not
'cause you're
sound like a
bad
seagull.
actor.
It does not sound like a seagull.
Okay, I don't know then what the sound was that you were trying to make. That sounds
can't-
like a seagull.
I can't
to
make the
me.
sound of something that doesn't fucking exist, Gark. Like,
Not with that attitude, no.
Give me an image and I'll make the sound.
But if it seems like something hostile, yeah, I guess Clive would stand in front, sword drawn, try and see
Here you
what
go,
all the
Pepsi.
fuss is about.
Hold on, let me see this.
I'm just saying.
There you go.
You watches this. You can hear it, and you watch as like all the little shrubbery seems to move, and then from out comes a small sea of
Oh,
velociraptors.
okay.
Like I said, I cannot make the sound of something that doesn't exist.
They existed.
Tid, past tense, way before cameras and audio, my guy. 10 years ago, we figured out that the T-Rex had fucking feathers.
You could have been there.
But as these little guys just come barreling towards yourselves, as they do, you doing anything as they just get closer and closer and closer as these little feet running towards you?
Clive
grab some
is
weapons.
standing point, yeah. Actually, before they arrive, Clive would throw a fucking piece of this in front of his feet.
Yeah. You throw the tenderloin at them. They start to rip it up furiously. I do mean furiously. It vanishes in about 5 seconds or so. It is ravenous. It is quick. They look like they may be malnourished. There's all 6 of them.
Do they attack me immediately after?
They look at you for a moment.
Alright, I'm back.
Sure. How many are there?
6.
What did I miss? Sorry.
I have 3 more of those tenderloins. Ah, shit. Sorry, I just bring my fucking bag. 2 tabaxi steaks and a pterophog fillet to try and feed all 6 of them.
And what
I also-
exactly do you throw down? Or are you just like emptying the bag of all the meats?
I'm throwing down these, the ones I just said.
So like just one of everything, or all of them at once?
No. I said, what the fuck? What did I say again? I forgot. 3 tenderloins, 2 tabaxi steak, and 1 fillet. I believe I said.
Okay, so as you throw them all down, you watch as the little guy start to wire in, if you will. Start kind of like infighting a little over the food, but they do just keep they rip it to shreds, and they keep going and keep going, and in about a minute or so, it's all gone.
These little guys look like they would make good chicken nuggets.
Hey! We might have a
Where
Jurassic
do you
Park situation on our hands.
where do you think the dino nuggets came from?
Well, yeah, sorry, that's what I mean. Dino nuggets. Like, did I look like I make good dino nuggets? Sorry, I missed like
They
a
look
lot.
the size of
Okay.
dino nuggies. By the time they're done, there wouldn't be much on them. But
Wait, how small are these guys?
these are classed as tiny.
Chickens are also classed as tiny.
Chickens got a lot more meat on them than a velociraptor.
Well-fed chickens, at least.
And these guys are eating everything that Clive puts down to them with the ravenous hunger of a creature that hasn't eaten.
Hungry.
But they keep noshing away until it's done, and they all look up at you once more.
So do you think we could raise them and use them as poultry?
What makes you think it's a we situation right now?
Sorry, do you think I could raise them and use them as poultry?
Let me rephrase that so Gark doesn't have to. What makes you think this is a you situation right now?
I know.
Clive will ask and sign. Do we have like rope?
Yeah.
Why?
Should we? Pets?
If y'all want to use your rope on that, go for it. I'm not
I
going
don't
to
have
stop you.
rope. I only have manacles.
Would you be happy
Well, that's
eating
just
them
metal
if we
rope.
need to?
Sorry?
Would you be happy eating them if we need to?
If we need to, I'd eat anything, yeah.
Don't have sins.
It's like keeping cattle, you know?
Nah, that specific
Right.
velociraptor has sinned.
You don't want to know
Not
these
quite. Cattle are different. They also have like milk, apart from the men. Boy cows.
I don't think lizards make
well.
milk.
I don't either, but I'm not sure. Do they look like they have milkable aspects?
No. No, they do not.
Didn't check.
Yeah,
Do they look
that's
like
you
we
wouldn't-
could use
you
them as
wouldn't know.
hunting dogs?
Do they look like seagulls?
They do not look like seagulls,
Please.
no. They look like similar to those other little dinosaurs you fought the other night there. Just considerably smaller. They look like reptiles. You know that reptiles are born of eggs, and therefore have no milky parts. The closest thing they also resemble to you, Aziri, would technically be chickens. They have those chickeny aspects about them.
I mean, you're all welcome. You're all welcome to try, but I haven't heard of hunting chickens before. But you can try it.
Would you happen to have rope that I can borrow? So far, they haven't attacked me yet, right? While we're having this conversation.
They're staring at you adamantly and vehemently. They are
Sure, here's some rope.
buying time,
Passing
I
50 feet of
suppose.
rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clive would like to split the rope in twain. String across like a belt a few pieces of rations, and try and fashion a leash from another. Not sure how well they're going to reciprocate to this one, but he will try and leash them. Hey, Suki.
I'm gonna say go ahead, roll animal handling at disadvantage simply because it's a large group. So it's gonna be to use a phrase, it's gonna be like wrangling cats.
Sure, yes. Can I please use my inspiration on that?
Sure.
Oh,
So
alright.
inspiration only lets you re-roll one of the d20s. Doesn't give you re-advantage.
You should pick the higher one.
Oh, so can I then choose the 19, or do you mean it differently?
So when you roll for advantage and then you use your inspiration, you take the 19 and the 4 and you discard them and roll just another d20. And it's the result of that d20.
Okay, I get you. Sorry, I need to very quickly do something.
Which you roll the 10 on.
All right. Sorry, I have to very quickly do something. So this. Wow. Okay.
They are quite nippy. And I would say that you, in turn, end up taking about just 2 points of damage trying to get this on them. They very much go for the meat. Anytime you try to get close, they almost become resource protective. And it's when you get close to the meat, they see you as some form of threat and nip back at you. Whichever meat you were using, you lose. They sit again and watch you very carefully, but you still have 2 halves of the rope.
So I can try again, or
You can try again.
Clive will say,
I will
let's try
s-
this once more, and then we can just leave.
I will say,
Because we
however,
don't have
do you
all
want-
day.
Do you want some help? I have had some experience of farm animals, which
Ooh.
is close to these.
That would be absolutely riveting. Also, in an accent.
Just finish a long rest now. Done.
Fine. So what you want to try and do is sort of bribe them with food, but try not to appear too threatening, and try and get it so that there's more than one focus on them, so they're not all focused on the same thing. And Aziri will up to Clive if he wants help or if he wants her to demonstrate.
Demonstrate, yeah. He definitely watch, so he can learn. Hopefully.
So Aziri would like to try and make an effort to calmly sort of start offering food to one or two of them separately from the S and try and get them to appreciate it more as a reward, and that we are not food and we are not enemies at the moment.
okay. I will say, and I get on this as I was going to say as well, a failed attempt when we'll look at the result in combat. You, Aziri, can try. Animal handling again at disadvantage because it's a group, but listen to all these modifiers. I will let you double your proficiency bonus on it.
Would it not be flat with Clive's help?
I thought Clive was observing, not so much helping. I was also reading a rule at the same time, so I could just have straight up missed it. I was putting the inspiration thing in chat for you, bud.
No, I think I misunderstood it in that case. So, never mind.
2 to that.
A 14. You do get some. I will say, these creatures, whilst not very smart, they are quite cunning. As you do happen to get about half of them, but every time you kind of get one, like another one comes in and like kind of rips some stuff away. You have 3 leashed. I'll just say these 3 closest to you. The other 3, however, tenacious little bastards. You watch as the 3 in the leash are looking up at you, and you know they seem to be quite confused as to how they got themselves into this situation. But then they look at Clive.
Food orientated, I think you've got to keep bribing them. And if you want, I can try and distract the other 3. Do you want to try and capture all of them?
I don't think we need all of them, do we? It's nice to have a few signs for like extra pair of eyes and stuff. and hunting dogs or hunting chickens.
Hunting chicken.
But having 6 would be gluttonous.
Right, well, here are the leashes of the 3 we've got. Remember, you've got to keep them fed or interested in food. And you've got to start teaching them basic commands like stop, come, and then rewarding them with food. And then I'm going to turn around and try and start shepherding the 3 that aren't leashed away back towards the jungle.
Yeah.
So, if Clive starts to train these guys, will they learn common sign language
No.
to a degree? No.
4 intelligence, mate.
That's enough.
Yeah, but with
language, you know.
commands and stuff, and I thought Pavlov.
What intelligence does a dog have?
A dog. There is no dog stat block to my knowledge.
There's a
Mastiff.
Mastiff.
That's
Yes.
just, oh yeah, I forgot about that
Mastiff
guy.
has intelligence of 3, I believe, or 4.
It
Yeah, this
has
thing's
an
smarter than a
intelligence of 3. However, by all other metrics, a mastiff is also classed as a beast of burden. These are classed as velociraptors.
There's dinos, yeah.
Hunting chickens.
Feral creatures that seem to be as high as they will be. Duplicate. CL velociraptors. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-dum-bum-bum-ba-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-da. And these go to neutral.
So Zoo will come back and just start giving 5 tips on maybe how you might train animals. Not that she thinks it's going to work, but it's like food and simple commands type thing.
Clive takes it into memory, and hopefully I will as well.
And you guys can put her clothes back on because they should be dry by now.
Wait, she was naked?
No.
Oh.
But yeah. Your little velociraptors are giving it the, wah, wah. Looking at you. It's the closest thing I can do right there. They're fake, not how they sound.
How do you know that?
I
How do you know
genuinely
that
thought like a
that's not what they
swarm of
sound like?
seagulls was coming towards us. I was like, oh, Guinea, this is nice for Vox.
I'm gonna turn Vox's personal NPC bad guy into just a big bad seagull with like 2,000 hit points.
A BBSG. A big bad seagull.
I'm gonna roll its hit die with D100s. It's an eldritch god. But as you enjoy your time with your velociraptors, you do at some point notice out on the water there, anybody with a high enough passive perception, and by that I mean not Clive and Icareth.
A
You see as there's what seems to be this small boat that just seems to be floating on the horizon. Like I say on the horizon, it's pretty close, and it's floating by quite slowly. It just floats on down. Use look all around and Zilla stands and looks on the beach, looks at yous. So, is this the port?
You're the guide.
I am.
How far away is the boat?
60 foot, I'll say 60 foot.
Is there somebody inside of it?
Not that you can see.
I point towards the boat and whisper, "Is there somebody in the boat?" And cast message.
You point. After a moment, this almost dryish voice. Yes.
What? Sorry.
Yes.
Brutus, I'm the Embertons, Brutus. There's somebody in the boat. Can you please go get them? You're a strong swimmer, right? Brutus?
Pepsi, you're muted.
Fuck. I was reading because of the barks in between, but fuck. Okay, I was gonna say. I don't want to get all my shit wet. Do we have like a boat or a makeshift boat we can make or something? Like a
It's
raft
alright,
or
but
something?
just if you take your clothes off like I did, when you go swimming, your shit doesn't get wet.
This is
I'm
true.
not.
We have a rope.
I'm not letting my family jewels get nipped on by a fish.
If we have a rope, we could tie the rope to a weapon, throw the weapon over.
Zeri,
and
can you please go get them? Because Brutus is a little bit of a wimp, and you seem to have experience swimming.
Yeah, fine, I'll do it.
Brutus, we've seen your family jewels. There's not much there.
Wait, what do you mean you've seen it?
You really shouldn't sleep naked, that's all I say.
I don't sleep naked.
You did that one time.
He's being gaslit.
You know, remember that
You know what? I hope.
a time
You
Icarus
know
was
what?
being eaten by a snake?
You know what? I hope I drown. And Brutus is gonna attempt to swim
So-
over.
Scottish, just for like image, is
Yeah.
it a rowboat size or is it a small ship/boat?
It's
That would have.
basically a canoe.
Okay.
So,
In which case, I will get ready to go and help Brutus if he gets in trouble, but I'll let him go off and earn his money this one time.
I'll see as you are heading. Let me grab where the hell is Solida? We'll grab her as well. She once again hasn't taken that rest away. She should have. Kill. Oh yeah, she got nothing that could help you here, buddy. Does have mage hand, however. Forgot about that.
Hey, give me a hand.
He's a proper wizard, you see.
Yeah, it's like you start getting naked and like Solida keeps picking up your clothes and just like holding it over her arm.
I'm not undressing.
Oh, that's even better. And as you just fully jump in the water and start swimming towards the little boat, it seems to be floating there. You get to that boat. 60 foot, 30 on a dash, 2 rounds. But you watch as Brutus makes the hardest swim of his life, and about 12 seconds later, you watch as he like gets to the boat. Brutus, as you get onto this boat,
I hate the water.
take a look. And you can see that this boat is filling with water. There are a few little holes in the bottom of it. As you can see lying there, this woman, she looks to be about 30. And with it, you can see that there are 2 younger looking girls. They seem to be maybe about teenagers. As they all look like severely dehydrated and exposed to the sun. You can see like skin is flaking from where it is burnt on their face. She looks at that one image of SpongeBob that's been dehydrated to fuck.
Right. Any more reviews on board, or is it just you 3?
Us.
Alright. Brutus will pick up, like, the 2 kids. Right. I'll get these little ones to shore first, and then we'll send someone to get you. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. Before Bruce, is the ship sinking fast?
Not really, no, but it is taking like there's about maybe 2 inch worth of
Mhm.
water.
Brutus will give each of them a charge of water.
Yeah, and like ducks to water,
That
they take
is
to that, and
3
it is.
people.
Yep.
There we go.
Obvious that there are people there, more than one.
Brutus is gonna like call out. They can hear me if I yell from 60 feet, right?
Yeah, it's quiet enough.
I'll start swimming out to help.
3 people. I'm gonna get these 2 kids ashore. One of yous come get the lady. And then Brutus will start swimming out with the kids.
Oh, out of context, that is a disturbing sentence. But as Brutus swims to shore with 2 young-looking kids, for the imagery of it there, you see that these kids are, it could be early or it could be late teens, but there does seem to be some malnourishment at play, certainly here. As they seem to have similar-ish features. One seems to have their hair mostly, I don't want to use the word shaven off, but yeah, it's kind of patchy, almost alopecia-ish, if you will, as it seems to be like a short hair. The other one seems to have some long brown hair that seems to be well matted at this point here. You can tell that the water has got to the salt water and it has technically hardened almost like hair gel. They are covered in what looks to be dirt bruises. They look like they have been at sea for quite a while. Their clothes are for the most part ripped. Seems like people may have been caught at sea and had to get on the lifeboats or such, but they are in poor tatters. And now I need to write down that whole ass description as well for my own sake, or else I will mess it up.
I would like to swim out, and I'd like to see if it's possible to sort of pull the boat into shore. So in case we need to like use some of it to.
Ifrit will also swim out and help. Not that he's very strong, so he's probably not going to be able to do much, but he'll still try.
As the three of
You hold it steady, I'll do the pulling.
The 3 of you swim, I'm gonna pull some commoner tokens. The 3 of you swim on out to get to the other side. You pull in the boat. I'll move Clive's raptors over here. Clear things up a bit to bring in that. Then Brutus comes in with Aziri and Ikareth. And the 3rd girl there, she is young. Well, she's the oldest. She has similarly dark, dirty hair. Realize this entire time did not have yous on a map. That could explain so much without me realizing. There we go. The other girl here with it. Long hair in places. It definitely looks like someone's tried to cut it recently. Dark circles under her eyes. She's, once again, looks quite rough. Her clothes do seem to be in better condition. But they all look very exposed. Yeah?
Am I able to empty the boat, drag it up, and like put it on its side so that they could lie down and shade?
Yep. Yeah, as you moor up the boat.
That's what I'll be doing.
Moor up the boat and give a bit of shade. As you do, like you watch this, gonna just lie there and breathe quite heavily for a moment. They do seem to be in a bit of discomfort as they lie there.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Before we get to business, we're just going to like go to each of them individually and just quietly say, so that man over there with the bandaged sword, don't eat anything he offers you. Anyways, so how did you guys end up in this situation?
Are you 3 wounded? Or is any of you wounded? Or hurt?
I should have asked that first. Yeah, what he said.
As you watch as like the eldest one kind of moves further in and like leans up against it just to get a better look. Hunger and pirates.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the naval combat of this part of the campaign. It's gonna be so invigorating and totally be so well written in the rules.
Hey, boss.
Yes.
You got Tinderbacks on Tinderbacks. You got Tinderbacks on hand.
Walking here.
Is that your dating app?
That's canonical now. Tinderbacks. Anyways, that's how he says it from now on. But yeah, Tinderbacks that I can borrow. I'm gonna get a small fire going. Cook them something to eat.
Tinderbox. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sure. Amber will. Does Amber have one? No. She will tell you. Just build the fire. I'll take care of it.
All right,
I'll
then.
light it.
Also, since I have to walk the dog, Brutus will be cooking a little bit of food for these people while I'm gone.
Amber will light it with firebolt.
Clive for help.
Yeah. As you start to cook things up with the tinderbacks, the flames and fire, all that good stuff to create food and enjoy your mornings, or in this case, rescuing these people. They do seem to have, many issues. They do seem beaten, broken. The phrase "have seen better days" definitely comes to mind. And they seem to wheeze a lot as they are just trying to breathe. It looks like even breathing is a bit of a labour for them.
Are they beaten, broken, and damned?
I feel that's a lyric from something, but it's just not coming to me at the moment.
I believe that is Black Pride. By Yeah, welcome to Black Pride.
Listen, right, it took me a moment, okay? It's been a while since I listened to the emo anthem of the summer. But yeah, they don't seem so good.
We'll be the savior of them, don't worry.
As eventually, they do seem to be setting up.
Could I do a medicine check on, to see what's wrong with them?
Yeah. They are... Okay. They are without a doubt malnourished. They look like they haven't eaten in quite some time. They do also look to have been treated very poorly, I suppose would be the phrase I've been looking for here. But other than that, other than that, they seem fine, barring those particular issues. But yeah. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Ifrath will hunt to feed them.
Yeah. You hunt away?
I would like to hunt. Can you guess?
I'm gonna say seagull.
Fish.
Oh, he's pushing the boat out, guys. But yeah, you do a little bit of fishing. I would
like to use this to just grab the fish.
Oh,
Out
they
of the water.
were just really fucking with Amber. I see how it is. Yeah, as you start to hunt the fish, you do some fishing with the mage hand, catching the fish, and obviously you do eventually catch enough fish for everybody. Like,
For everybody as in those three, or for everybody as in all of us?
enough for everybody to have one ration.
Hey.
Let's use cook up the fish. It's rather well prepared. Easy enough. And they don't seem to devour it, but they do seem to they eat it quite slowly. Quite deliberately. You know, removing flesh from bone and picking out the meat. It seemed quite used to eating fish. Very, very familiar with fish.
Oh, are they women?
They are seafaring people, from what they've told you. They specifically said that there were pirates.
Alright, so now you've eaten something. Do you feel better?
Little. You should have seen what we saw. It's a narrow escape. You would.
What's your story? I would love to hear it.
We were captured by some pirates. We were taken to the cove. They put us on a boat, and they tried to catch the large snapping turtle, and they failed. They failed.
Oh, are they Syrians or something?
Have you heard of the rumors that other people heard?
They just look at you completely blank.
I'm
How
asking
are they
you.
supposed? How are they supposed to know which rumors you're talking about?
I don't suppose they know. I'm asking Scott this. Did we hear about each other's rumors in Port
Janzer, yes.
Yandazar? Alright.
Yeah. Curious as to why, now I'm going to scroll up.
King's Toba. Snapping Turtle Bay.
Ah, yes. King Toba, Quins, yeah. You are aware of everybody, so yeah, I imagine that would be, yeah, if I recall correctly, you all kind of spoke about it after that long rest that night. So, you're all aware.
So Clive will sign. So these people were trying to hunt divine turtles, poachers.
And I assume Brutus would translate that.
I hope so.
I mean, only Hurl wouldn't know. And I feel like, knowing Quinn, Hurl doesn't give a shit about these people.
But say, look, yes, King Toba, they were hunting that, and they failed, as to be expected.
Why would you hunt such a magnificent creature? What is the purpose?
Money, clearly.
Money?
You don't want money? If you hunt the very rare creature, you can sell its everything for an unfathomable amount of money.
A turtle king embedded with gemstones. You should.
Do you know how much
you
money
should
that's
praise
worth?
them. I can make an
Not
estimate.
everybody believes in religion. They rather believe in money.
Then we should kill them.
I mean, if that's what you believe, then that's what you believe. I personally wouldn't mind a little cut of the profits.
Of course you wouldn't. You're broke as fuck. You can't even pay your own employee.
This is a huge, gargantuan creature. He took out their boat in one bite. We're lucky to be alive. He can breathe steam. Boiled water steamed. And you
Okay.
want to fight it?
I mean,
No.
didn't
I'm
say
the
that,
boss.
but
Oh, see, the whole idea of like the difference between sign language and common is when you say I say that, verbal. I sign that. Sign. Please make that differentiation for my benefit. Let's just retract everything I said now, as these three people look at you as you gang sign it away.
oh wait, yeah. He doesn't speak. Okay, yeah. That's for Bruce is translating. I was being a little silly. I'm not opposed to trying, but it sounds like they're a bit of trouble, to say the least.
Can you ask them why they were attacked by a turtle? He signs.
Why would I ask? You can just have Brutus translate for you.
Tapping
I'm
out
asking
of this
if-
one, boss.
This is not why I pay you, and you can't say I don't pay you.
40 car pays, not payment.
Clive walks up to Brutus and goes, signs Brutus. And he hands him a little pouch, and inside the pouch is 4 gold pieces.
Oh, that's so
Actually,
fucking hilarious.
He'll just hand him 4 gold pieces. He won't give him a fucking pouch.
Which is 10 times what Amber gave him.
Yeah,
Listen here, you
and
little
Takes the 4
he'll
copper.
sign to
Can
Brutus.
you do
Could
better?
you help me translate?
I guess I could help you translate. God, this accent is all over the place.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
alright.
Turns around to you, stands there like the little woman at the side of the TV, looks at the people, nods.
Wait, who nods?
Brutus nods.
Oh, does he translate what I signed?
It's waiting for you to give it again so that way I can remember.
Amber, can you help me remember what I said so I can make Scott remember?
Why were they trying to go after the turtle? Why did the turtle
Oh,
attack?
that. Thank you.
Brutus turns around. They want to know why you went for the turtle. Well, you see, we didn't go after it. They did. Because glory. And the turtle attacked because it's territorial. And they're in its breeding ground.
It can
Yes.
breed.
As Brutus turns round. They were trespassing on its fucking. But he sings that. As he says it at the same time.
It sounds all fucking stupid then. Don't do that. Same
I mean,
reason you don't.
They didn't
go out
quite have
into
an
the
option.
park.
They were slaves.
Oh. Ilsign, can you ask if their masters are dead?
You could assume so. Their entire boat got Be that they're the lonely survivors as far as they're aware.
Sorry, I'm signing to my employee.
Brutus will look at you. Yeah, turn to them. They're dead.
That's a he's my bitch now.
Yeah, the slavers are dead. Some of them. Some of them.
Can you ask, do they know where the others are? I have a strong opinion towards slavers. And perhaps they have the money that your supposed alleged boss might need. And they could show us the way to civilization.
He will relay said information to these people because I need to look upon the map.
On the map.
Man must look upon the map. God, it's impossible to fucking see. What's it called again? It's called Cool. Nope. Ah! It's the Jahaka anchorage.
Let me look at them. What? Sorry? Jahaka entrance?
Jahaka anchorage.
Jahaka anchorage.
What the
Let me
fuck?
look at the map.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that.
While
Can
they're
you
doing this,
show on the map where this is?
I would love to, except whenever I ping things behind the fog of war, just don't see it. It's
So all the way
Is it over
outside.
here somewhere?
Yeah.
it's
Oh no, it's to the west.
yes, although it's there is Jahaka Bay, so you can imagine it's somewhere along the Jahaka Bay.
Oh, it's on the other side of the island. How the fuck did I end up here? Wait,
Yeah.
how far lost are we?
Wait a minute.
How was that lost?
Wait a minute. Wait.
But that is a good question. Clive would like for Brutus to ask that, and Science, how?
How what? They want to know how
How'd you
what?
get all the way fucking out? All the way you get all the way how you fucking hell, Christ? How'd you get all the way from there to here? Sorry, that didn't quite go so smooth in mouth.
See, look at Brutus and in unison all say a boat.
But that's like
A few days travel at least.
it's like 120 miles.
What did I miss?
Brutus gained 4 gold pieces and now is technically employed by Clive.
Why?
Because Clive gave him the 4
Translate.
gold pieces to translate.
Oh. Okay.
And you're
Is that
interrogating these
added
3
to my
people.
sheet?
You're interrogating these 3 people to find out what's going on. They were slaves. Their slave masters were killed along with their boat when they tried to take out a turtle known as King Battle. They said that they are from Jahaka Bay. You have looked on the map and realised Jahaka Bay is in the other fucking side of the map, and are now questioning just how long they've been at sea, or where this turtle is, and how they got here. As,
Right. And by the way, was the 4 gold already added to my sheet, or do I need
yes,
to add it?
I've added it for you. You now get a higher amount.
You should also add a ration if you haven't already. Because I fished enough for everyone to have 1 extra ration.
Sweet. Let me just get that.
And see,
Um,
look at you.
Clive wants to suggest, but he'll sign this to the entire group, to maybe escort these people to the port once we get there, so they have like a safe place to kind of stay at.
I want to ask the guides, I'm great at names. Asila,
Facility.
if she knows if the port is populated.
I've never been.
Eh,
I've never been this far. I actually usually keep to the west and the south. Most people don't want to go this way. They hear the tales of Mesro and decide that it's not worth the trouble.
Huh.
I have been to the other port. I say that, sorry, I have been to the fort to the north, but not quite to this port.
Well, how about this? I don't think we can coast you all the way back to your homeland, but given we're on the coast, there should be a port nearby. We can set you up there, but then you'll probably be on your own for then.
Just as additional question, how good are you at cooking?
What gender are they?
Females.
I can make an educated guess.
I'm assuming you pulled out the map as you were looking at it. The quantum map that everybody has as someone's pulled it out.
Yes.
And Celera is looking at the map. And listening, she will... She'll look around for a moment. And then she'll gesture to yourselves then. Aziri, I think we should look for some kindling.
Uh-oh.
Ziri has been going into the nearby jungle to cut down small branches, or like large branches and stuff like that. While they were doing the talking, she wanted to try and see if she could make some kind of repair on the boat. So carpenter's tools. That's what she would have been doing. So she would have been cutting down small woodlings and stuff anyway. Yeah, I've already got that here. She comes back with like an armful of that.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat, Aziri.
Azir, she's trying to talk to you in private.
Make an
I
insight
don't
check.
know how to make. Oops.
Amber. Telling you.
I'll go. I don't know how to make boats, but I was thinking
I
I could maybe
do.
repair this one.
I'm a master harborsman where I'm from. And I could teach you. We just have to find the right boat. The right tree.
Okay.
Insight checks.
Sorry, who?
You. As you very audibly pointed out what was going on, Celera drew you a sharp look. As did the girls. As Celera, starts just talking nonsense about boats, using big words that she once heard before. You get out of the sight of the girls. She kind of plants her hand on a tree. There is only one turtle that they would be hunting. It's not the king bato or tabo, whatever they call it. That's just a turtle, Aziri. There's a bigger one.
Isn't there always?
This one is
Always bigger fish in the sea and stuff like that. That's a phrase I've heard.
Oh, this is the biggest fish in the sea. It's about 50 or so. In terms of 50 foot long and 50 foot tall. Its name is.
Does it make for good turtle soup?
Oh,
I've heard that's good.
It would make for many turtle soups. His name is Armag. This is a private conversation by the box. Unless you followed. And Armag is by Fort Fort Belurian in the Bay of Chult.
Right. Is this the tree you want cut down?
I love this autistic little girl.
You said a lot of big words to her, which just so sure. I added to the fact that she wasn't really listening to the story, so she didn't know what's going on with these people. So cool. You said a lot of things. Nice. Is this the tree you want cut down? The boat.
Yes, this is exactly the tree that we should cut down for the girls. Yes.
Okay, I'll get onto that then.
Yep.
I'll start cutting the tree down.
As you all just start hearing that.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, Ziri doesn't understand
All right.
what she's been told because he hasn't looked at the map. He's never
Yep.
looked, I don't know if she can read map.
Don't worry.
Understand all these places
It's
for the story.
It's perfect. Don't worry. It's like after a moment, like Cecily comes back and it's just kind of looks defeatedly drained, and
Oh, At
Ziri
least I've done my job then.
is cutting down the bigger tree to help build a bigger boat.
I'm glad you guys were able to
Is there a
figure out a
check
good
I-
tree.
Is there a check I could make to try to think of if it's like a famous turtle that she was talking about?
So you
Or
did follow Aziri and Zelda.
I think he's talking about the girls.
Or the girls. Which story? Celida or the three girls?
The girls that they were well, Silida was talking about the three girls, no?
In a private conversation with Aziri out of earshot from everybody else. And
Oh,
that's
never
why
mind.
I asked if you followed.
No, I did not.
In regards to the three girls, however, the story that they've told and the name that they've been given is a name that Yuz gave them, and it seems kind of famous around here in terms of this. It's, Stella comes in and kind of looks a little bit drained, looks at everybody else. So, we're all going to have a pleasant night here tonight as Aziri and I build a boat. She's just kind of
Sounds good.
looking down, like not like just like right down, but just like not making eye contact with anybody, just staring at the water as it comes in and out, kind of questioning her life's choices.
Building a boat, wouldn't a raft be easier and faster to build?
Raises and her head to you and like walks on over, places a hand on your shoulder. You just hear the faintest of whisper as she looks at you. Probably don't know fucking anything about boats. See, a single tear just rolls down her face.
I would like to make her feel better by casting guidance on her.
There.
Just a little bit better.
As you all watch as after a while, Solida and Aziri come back with a tree. Aziri, go ahead and just roll
Dragging
those
the tree.
carpenter's tools.
Going to come down as intelligence, I bet.
I don't know. I think carpenter's tools are set specifically for wisdom, and they're not.
No, it can't be. It must be Dex, because that's the only thing that matches up to that. Dex.
Could also be set wrong. I'll make sure that it is correct, and I'll do the mental math for us if need be.
It's using my Dex bonus. So.
Carpenter's tools are actually supposed to be strength.
Oh, it should be 2 more than that then.
23. Then, I'd say you're building a boat with the and I big air quotes help of Solida, and this is the blind leading the blind, so it will take quite some time.
How much does
Hey,
Amber know
wait,
about building boats, having grown up in a port city?
I was also going to ask that too.
You know a lot about big boats. Little boats are a little bit more difficult, as you were a port city more than anything. What's been built here is more of a canoe, which will always seem to be in there. I would say you know enough to speed this up, but
I think
yep.
Amber would be smart enough to know that Silda has no idea what she's doing or has heard that, and would kind of like either fill her in or message her whenever she is struggling or figuring out what to say.
If I'm done cooking, I'll also aid in the construction.
Yeah, as it takes a village to build a boat. Clearly, it's the three girls at some point are now up, and they seem to be foraging mainly around the water. And as a series, you're building this boat, planing it all out, chipping out the parts, and it's like as a series pointing at things, and then as it happens, you get something a little wrong, and Amber winds the message. It's like, you got that bit wrong there. Not quite like that. You hear...
Oh, you missed the nail there.
You hear the voice of Solida. I hate it when you do this, but keep sending messages. It's important.
Keep texting me, baby girl.
No booty calls, but keep text.
Can I suggest what Aziri would come up with?
Of course.
So the canoe would be the middle, and they should attach like 4 poles that stick out from the side, and then put like stabilizing aspects to it. So it's more like a catamaran
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, I know the thing. We've done
In the middle, and then
very common in like the eastern countries, like the rice fields and stuff.
yeah, and then there's like sort of like large log poles between those like sticking out bits that people could sort of hang on to or sit on type thing for the rest of us.
Yeah.
And then if we had netting and rope, we could like string stuff up so that it's
quite lift
that's what she would be.
Yeah,
that's what she would be attempting to sort of make, but it's a canoe version with no sails.
But it's fair. Building this up, and Amber, you hear the message from Solida come back. I hate it when you do this, but please keep sending messages. It's important.
Yep.
The story doesn't add up.
Actually, Amber has the same level of autism I have. She has read more than one book about boats.
Well, yeah, all characters you play have autism.
Well, yeah,
So
like for reference, basically all of the games I play recently have been vehicle games. So she knows how to build a boat because she read a book about it when she was 8, and then read it again at 10. So yes, she knows how to build a boat and keeps helping Solida.
Was Silida's comment about their story doesn't add up to Aziri or to someone else?
to Amber through the message cantrip that she's been casting.
Wait, what doesn't add up? Does she say like, oh, something that doesn't add up here?
She said their story doesn't add up.
Oh, I messaged back. You mean, howdy, howdy, partner. You mean from the girls? I have to get it. Don't laugh at me. You mean from the girls?
Yes, the turtle they speak of is a simple giant turtle that you could find on this beach. It couldn't destroy a boat. It couldn't destroy a raft.
Are you sure there's no bigger version of it?
Oh, there is a
Things
much
keep
bigger
growing.
version. Sorry.
Things seem to grow like a lot larger around here.
They would be thinking of trying to deceive you. What they speak of is called Ermag, if that's truly what they thought. And it is a giant dragon turtle. It's also to the north of here.
Perhaps it drifted quite far. They
It
seem like they've been at sea for a few days, at least.
It's a territorial beast.
Expanding its territory?
Its territory is the Bay of Chalt and Port Nyanzaru and Fort Belaranzu. All that place to the north.
Gotcha. I just imagine Amber is just writing in a notebook, mumbling to herself, and that's how she keeps casting the spell. Like she's writing it, and on her pen she has the little copper wire. Oh yeah, actually, what is this Pokemon? Yeah, copper wire. She has a little copper wire in her hand, like next to the pen, to be able to message.
Can you detect illusions?
Not I can detect magic, so I could have a look if they're. What exactly is you're thinking of? That they're putting an illusion on themselves?
As she stops for a moment and kind of cracks her back, looks at the boat, looks at you, Aziri. This is a nice boat. You're doing well. She
Something, port to starboard.
walks over to yourself there, Amber, and just gonna takes a look in the diary. Yes, you see, now it just needs 3 very similar sails, and it can potentially go through the cove. If you know what I mean. Just gonna looks at your eyes are widening ever so much. You watch as the slits in the eyes become almost paper thin. So you'll get what I mean. 3 similar sails to get through the cove.
Trying to figure out what the cove means. Can I insert that?
Yeah. Very clear she is not talking about sails or coves. Seems to be alluding to a word that sounds similar to cove, or is spelt similar.
Hawk?
Cove. Yeah.
Change the last letter of coves.
Cove.
Coven?
Can I, while I'm scribbling,
Sound effect for this. I've got a sound effect for it.
can I very carefully try to cast visually detect magic?
Yeah. Yeah. As you stand there and you try to subtly place things. Go ahead. Give me just stealth. Just straight ass stealth. Trying to blend in. That there is fantastic. Yeah. You start to do it, and as Celera walks over to the girls and is like looking around as well, and takes her bow and seems to be like holding it in a way to hunt for fish. She's watching. She keeps them distracted. After 10 minutes, things start to light up around you, bit by bit by bit by bit. Clive lights up a little. Aziri, Brutus, Icareth, all different manners of like transmutations and such. As you look over at the three girls, illusion, illusion, and illusion.
Oh.
Oh God.
Is there an illusion we can try to see through?
No, I only detect that there's an illusion available. It doesn't tell
Sorry,
me.
I didn't understand properly. My bad.
That's right. You look upon them and watch as like see that it kind of stands there once more, as fires off the arrow into the water, and I missed. Terrible. And to think I'd been building this boat the entire time. I should be good at sea.
There's. I'm just gonna message her. Something fishy. They're heavily obscured in illusion magic.
Yes, I feel quite haggard myself.
She needs to calm down with the puns, because at some point it's starting to get obvious.
This is a message cantrip, and it's towards Ruby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Trust me, these puns make it obvious for everybody else, bar Ruby.
No, I know they're talking about a hag. I just am I'm really fucking tired. I'll message once again. I'm continuing writing in my notebook. I'm basically just writing physically. I'm writing like a story about just about fish, about all the different fish we've seen so far. I messaged her.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah. No, it's not a story. It's more like a research paper. Like
Okay.
it's formatted like the different fauna of the area of Chilled. Like of Eastern Chilled. That's how it's formatted. It looks very boring. I'm gonna ask her. You expected it? Do you expect it's a coven? Sea witch, perhaps?
Sorry, what?
Do you expect it's a coven of sea witches?
As you ask this, then gonna looks over at them, looks at you. What did you detect?
Illusion.
Sea hags can make themselves look like normal people. They normally drown people or rob them. Why would 3 women have illusions on themselves and just so happen to be found in a boat on the sea?
To rob and kill people.
Treat them with the same suspicion and same distrust that you treat me. And you'll see.
I'll message Hurl and tell him to be on guard or basically explain everything. Which is really easy because I'm playing both characters.
As you build a boat, some of you giddily, as other members sit here in a distrust of the three girls.
While we're talking now, also, like, to Scylla, I just weave in a note like, oh, by the way, you need to tie the rope a different way. That's not gonna hold. And then continue our conversation.
As you stand here waiting for it, there's now a weird unease around this place. It is, however, 3 hours and 44 minutes in. So let's pick it up next week.